What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by Manscaped.com, and I want to show you the smooth package that they have. This has the exfoliating gel, the shaving gel, and it has the razor. You open it up, looks like that. Listen, it's for the guys that want to use the trimmer to get close, and then the razor to get even closer, so you can get smooth as possible. Now, they also have body spray and body wash, which are two things I use all the time. They're my favorites. They smell great, feel clean. I don't feel oily and all that after I use the body wash. It's got a nice clean feel to it. If you go to the website, check it out. They got all their other products. Go to manscaped.com/RBP. Check out all the different stuff they have for men's hygiene. They have cologne, obviously the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. They have boxers now. They have all these different deodorants and lip balms, everything you could possibly need. So get to manscaped.com/RBP or use code RBP at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping. Just me and you.
Just us.
I haven't seen you in a while, so I wanted my full undivided attention to be for you and you alone.
This is only right. It's how it's supposed to be. How are you?
What are we going to talk about for 2 hours?
I don't know. Why were you so late?
I had to take my cargo trailer to the shop so they could install a second bike chalk so I could bring both my bikes to Texas.
Hell yeah. Getting ready for the big trip.
Can I tell you how frustrating?
Awesome.
Can I tell you how frustrating the whole trailer thing is?
Yeah.
I'm an anti-handyman. Like, I have no idea how to do things.
Oh, I know.
Like, I pay people to help me because I don't know. I just don't have the patience to.
Don't know how to start a lawnmower.
No, I could do that. I'm not horrible. Like, I can change oil. I could change oil. I could probably change brakes if I had to.
Sure.
But I've never had a trailer. So, like, just hooking up the trailer to the car. And then I got a new system of bike chocks, like racks for the bikes to go into the trailer.
Gotcha.
I don't know how to use those 100% properly. So
you don't know how to hook up a trailer?
No, I do. It's just
fucking ball and a hook.
Yeah, but then you got to hook up the chains and you got to hook up the part to the
yeah.
Then you got to hook up the part to the car.
Right. So your lights work fucked. Yeah, it gets pretty complicating.
It's not complicating. It's just what happened to James' beard. Is that real?
I've got Comicon tomorrow, so I've dyed it black.
Okay.
I forgot.
Look at that, boys.
Dude, you kind of look like me now. I forgot you're supposed to dress up.
Son of Fouad. Do you like it though? Do you like it?
It looks badass. It just I prefer the ginger, but it looks good on you.
Oh, James didn't notice that.
How did you not notice that? Look at his beard.
Yeah, man, that looks good.
What was really weird is when I was like training earlier and I had my mouth shut, I couldn't see my fucking mouth at all. It was like gone.
Because your mustache is so thick.
Yeah. You realize how thick it is when you make it black. I didn't realize.
We forgot to all dress up. We were supposed to all dress up today.
Well, I'm dressing up tomorrow. So
it's in my contract that I have to wear.
Maybe we
like
should
in costumes.
Here, this is my costume. There.
I'm ready supposed to be.
Oh wow!
There you go. Wait. I might do the same. I did.
Nothing.
There we go. Okay.
To be fair, I actually wore these yesterday when I was playing my PlayStation, my PC, because my eyes were tired, and I was like, I need to fucking look after my eyes, and these kind of done the job.
Are those blue blockers?
No, they're just
these are just regular sunglasses.
Oh, should I put some on?
Yes,
I think you should. I think we should all be wearing sunglasses, right?
Okay.
It's our Halloween costume. That's all we got.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Justin,
we're all dressed as Terminator.
Justin, your sunglasses are see-through. Those are expensive sunglasses. I can tell.
I don't want to hide my emotions. I still want to connect with the people.
How expensive are those sunglasses? Tell me.
I don't know. They're my wife's.
Let me see to the right. Move, turn your head. Oh, they're Gucci.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell was that?
Classy.
He's got a classy costume.
I just got scared. Sorry, Yannicka shut my door and it scared me.
Dude, the black glasses with the black beard is badass.
It's pretty hard. I feel like I look like a bit of a hard man.
You should get a motorcycle.
Oh, Terminator 2. It's Terminator
Right?
2, isn't it?
You like,
Yeah.
I just
Can
feel
you,
like
you think you could do the trick with the shotgun?
or you flip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Justin,
is so
what,
bad.
I always thought it was the coolest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah,
Justin, what
the
were you
sound.
doing a minute ago? Why were you
I was just getting huge, dude.
inflating yourself? Just stay like that the whole podcast.
Small.
Got some fanboys over here, Justin.
Yeah.
I was playing Call of Duty yesterday,
Okay.
and I was looking at your front double progress,
Very good, right?
and all of us that were playing was like, yeah, man, that shit's fucking crazy.
I think
You got a lot.
Paul's got the classiest glasses.
Got
Whoa. Yeah, those,
aviators.
those are. You look like you're ready to fly an
Well,
airplane.
do you know what's quite cool here is that we've all got our glasses are all slightly different.
Right.
Yeah.
Bit of flavor. Like we're not. None of us have the same glasses here.
Mine are wooden.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know why. I forget why
Touch
I
of-
bought them. But they're
Touch of
wooden.
class.
Because it's a combustible material.
Yes, that's why.
It's environmental.
So Paul, are you upset with who you're on with today?
No, not at all. It's always a pleasure to see James and Justin.
That's not what you said yesterday.
Led with James.
It's
Oh, yeah,
always a
appreciate
pleasure.
I appreciate the shout out on your Instagram, Justin, the other day.
He didn't give you
Oh,
a
no.
shout out. He's still confused. This guy's still confused about it. I'm the one who gave you shout out.
It was on Justin's post though.
No, it
Yeah, but
wasn't. Justin posted everybody and left you off it.
Oh, Justin.
Unintentionally.
I'm the one who added you.
It's what added you
Oh.
that I reshared.
But Justin,
Okay.
it's funny. It's hilarious because he didn't realize that I added him. So he
Just
messaged.
really nice, definitely do
Listen,
that.
he messaged me thinking it was you, and he's like, "I look forward to seeing you at the Olympia, Justin."
Oh, I've done that before. I've done that before myself.
Yeah. Look at
Classic.
So,
Oh,
anyways,
that's awesome.
I know-
I didn't tag Ben either. I totally forgot.
but yeah, Paul must be disappointed because he said something to me yesterday about who he wanted to be on with. And neither one of you were in his
Oh,
wow, that's
Paul, who did
awesome.
you want to be on? Who did you want to be on with, Paul?
the first person I chose was James, but then I was said, James, sometimes I have a hard time understanding the British accent. So then I
Oh.
reconsidered. But I love being on with James.
he
I love being on with Justin.
actually did say James and Justin first.
No, he didn't.
And then
I
he
did.
did. And then he's
Oh,
like, wait a
wow.
minute, I can't understand James. So
At times.
All right. Would it help if I slow down?
Yeah,
Yeah, slow
for sure.
down.
I
Keep
love
it
the
down.
accent though.
Yeah.
All right.
is it because you're baked or is it just because it's a thick accent? Because I don't
Probably a
find
little.
James hard. I don't find James hard to understand.
It's probably a little bit of both.
I think it's both. Yeah.
You
It's
know, you'd have a hell of a time talking to Flex then.
Oh, you.
Well, yeah. Well, we were talking to him at what was that? Is that Tampa? We were with him in Florida.
That's hard.
Flex and
difficult.
Flex and Nathan, I find
Yeah.
are a little bit
Ugh.
harsher.
Because they talk fast too.
Yeah, but it's just a thicker accent altogether.
Yeah. I understand Ben really well.
Yeah.
Well, he's a
Ben's
Texan.
a little bit Americanized now, though.
In
Isn't he?
it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's losing it.
Yeah. I used to have a hard time understanding Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Luke and I talk quite similar.
Maybe
I
Maybe
it's
I've
find
more.
just been talking. Maybe I've just been talking to the Brits for so long. I'm used to it now.
Maybe
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. You've become accustomed.
Yeah, you
What
come
do you-
acclimated. Yeah.
I'm gonna start trying to use British slang in my conversation from now
Cunt.
on.
You want to use cunt all the time, don't you, Fouad?
Well, we've been using cunt for like 20 years.
Yeah, but they use it very freely.
They use it differently than we do.
They
Yeah.
use it elegantly.
I like
Yeah,
it.
They use cunt elegantly. You're right.
It's very abrasive
do.
when us Americans do it.
We use it how Billy the Butcher uses it in The Boys.
Yes, that's a proper cunt.
Yeah,
Well, the Australians and Brits can get away with.
yeah, but
using cunt.
he's actually meant to be British in that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Basically.
I think I watched a few episodes of The Boys, but I couldn't get into it.
Oh,
I mean, the boys.
Season
you're-
season one was hard, and then once season 2 came out and 3, I was really into it.
I thought
Is
it was
that
great. But
Is
you're
that that
not-
show on Amazon? That superhero
Yeah.
show where they're
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did watch
they're
season
all,
1 of
like,
that.
They're all assholes or whatever.
Yeah.
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 The first season, I was the least that I was in it, and then, like I say, once it got to the second and third, I was like, okay, I'm actually really enjoying this now because Homelander, the twisted Superman,
Yeah.
like his character is just incredible to watch.
That
The
dude-
guy that
that
plays
dude's
him is
amazing.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
acts so much with this part of his face, like the expression's crazy. So it's worth going back to it maybe for. I'm just giving it a second.
Maybe I'll go back and try. I think part
I
of
know.
it too is I have an easier time watching stuff when my wife gets into it,
Yeah,
and she's
Yeah.
not into like any superhero shit. Even though that one's kind of different, it's not really like a Marvel kind of thing. but she
Yeah.
still wasn't like into it. So I have a tougher time sitting there making her sit there and watch it while I'm
I hear
watching
that.
it, you know.
It's very graphic. I watched episode 1 of season 2 where he goes inside that guy's dick.
Yeah, that's so
Fuck, that was messed up.
first. That's the way you open a season, like literally.
Yeah.
Like, first
Spoilers, Paul. Don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Justin, do you make your wife sit there and watch shit you watch, or does she just like what you like?
I make my wife do a lot of things, Fouad.
I know you do, but other than that,
Dude.
other than pushing her head, I'm seriously. Do you? Because honestly, some guys don't give a shit. They'll sit there and watch the game, or they sit there and watch.
Right.
whatever.
No, I mean, I honestly,
do that.
Jasmine and I have very similar interests in what we want to watch on television. It works out.
You do that, Paul?
Yeah, my wife will watch her iPad in bed sometimes. She watches these dating shows. I can't stand them. Like these
Yeah, I
blind.
like those.
You get like 90 Day Fiance, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it, they're fun.
I can watch a couple episodes,
yeah.
but not an entire season.
Yeah, we're not marathoning or nothing, but
Yeah, she does though. So she'll watch that while I got something else on the TV. You know.
I
Right.
watched an entire
Yeah.
episode of that, an entire season of that 90 Day Fiance shit, but then it got too repetitive and I couldn't watch it anymore.
you know what I
Yeah.
watched that was really good was Dating on the Spectrum.
Oh, okay, so they're all like, yeah.
All the autistic kids. Yeah, it's
It's
really
quite cool.
Wait,
That's
Oh,
what's
yeah.
explain it to me. What's with autistic kids?
So it's like, yeah, it's like people on the dating on the autistic spectrum. But these guys, they're amazing because they're so fucking brutally honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. They're like, she doesn't like what I like. Fucking never gonna work. Fuck it. I'm not calling her back.
My wife was watching
Like, fuck,
that one. Yeah.
if we were like that, we would be so much better off.
We
think
would.
so?
We'd find the right people in our
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
Easily.
They're like,
I don't.
not
Me and,
compatible.
me and Guy were talking about this on the last podcast. He said that if you always tell the truth, you're
It's better?
stressed. Oh my god, that's great,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's great.
honestly,
dude.
yes.
You look like now it's better for your glasses. Now you look like a mad scientist kind of.
Now you do look like a professor. You do.
Yeah.
I'll just keep this one, man.
Just leave it, please. Yes, like that. Yeah, like that.
That's exactly how it's got to be.
What was I going to say? No, me and Guy were talking about this, about being honest all the time. And Guy was like, if you're honest all the time, you should have no stress in life. And I said, no, I don't think that's true. I think, I think being honest can cause stress sometimes. Sometimes a few little white lies here and there to save people's feelings are okay.
For sure. I agree.
I don't know, because I think with the honesty would come a personality trait where you don't mind the result of your honesty. Like, I think what will come with that honesty is that if someone doesn't like you for it, you're like, oh, well, I'm honest.
Well, I don't think there's. I think
Do you know what I
maybe
mean?
honesty
I agree,
is the wrong
James.
word to use. I think maybe sometimes there's a time where you shouldn't always speak your mind.
Oh, yeah, I've had that a few times.
That's okay as well.
Okay. So you're saying, yeah, but omitting the truth is still kind of the same as lying.
Yeah. I get that.
So I'm just saying, like, I think James is right, is you'll end up with that personality trait that, hey, look, whenever you ask James anything, he's going to fucking tell you exactly what he thinks, which is cool. But at some points, like I'll give you an example. If somebody is a week out from a show and they suck,
Am I ready?
Yeah, and they're like, hey, how do I look? You're not going to be like, you suck balls. You're going to be like, oh, you
Right.
look good, man. Like, you know, whatever. You're gonna like.
You'll do really well.
Listen, Paul's
You
the
want to crush
best.
him.
Paul's the best at this. Paul's little white lie game is like top notch.
Yeah, I got to go in.
Got a good
That's
one.
years. That's years of working on it, Fouad.
You know that. You know that.
There's years of tiptoeing around your emotions.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally. Love it.
Anyway, no, but I don't. Anyway, so James, do you make Yannicka watch whatever the fuck you want to watch?
Luckily, we quite like the same stuff, but she's quite happy to sit there, kind of like pause misses and be on her laptop while I watch something. So I'll watch skating things, and Yannicka's watching streamers play games. Like,
Okay,
she likes
so
that.
but I have a question. So sometimes Summer will
watching
sit there. Sometimes Summer will sit there and just she likes to online shop. So she'll look
Yeah.
she'll look for stuff for the house or whatever. And I'll be watching like something, but I don't find watching what I'm watching as enjoyable if she's not
Unless
watching.
you're
it.
both.
I totally agree. Yeah,
But
I'm
sometimes
right.
that can backfire
Why?
because they want to talk too much during the show.
Yeah. Or they
Now,
form
Summer
an
knows not to
opinion.
talk to me.
Man, they
Or
fucking-
they form
Shut up.
an opinion that
Yeah.
you don't agree with on a certain
Yeah.
character.
Well, I didn't hear Justin.
Yeah. Yeah. God forbid they open their mouth.
I don't mean that.
Silence.
Shut the fuck up. All we're trying to watch TV.
Damn it.
Come on, Paul. What the fuck?
It depends on what we're watching. Like if it's something
Yeah.
that like sometimes like my wife will watch sports.
You'll
with
let
me.
her talk depending on
It depends on what it is, Justin.
if it's
Because sometimes
comedy. I might
Let me give you an example. Because
Women are
sometimes
funny.
we'll be watching like some sports together sometimes, and then she'll be like, "Well, why does that guy do his hair that way or something
Okay,
like
wait
that?"
a minute. But sports is the one thing you can talk during.
No.
Yeah, like Paul. Okay,
a little
Paul was
bit,
at
sure.
so Paul was at my house for a little while, and we were watching that really good fucking show. What was it? The Offer. Was it called The Offer?
That was a good show. Yeah.
So we're watching this show on Amazon called, I think it's called The Offer. It was
Yeah,
about,
it is.
It was about the making of
Godfather.
Godfather. It was really, really good. You were talking the whole time.
I don't talk that much. I just talk a
You
little
talked
bit.
through the whole thing.
Sometimes you got to talk a little bit, Fouad. I'm talking about over talking. A little bit, a comment here and there is okay.
So I think it's okay to talk during sports. It's not okay to talk during like a show or a movie.
Drama.
Okay, but
Right.
like it depends on what you're talking about. You know, like if we're going to talk about the players' appearances and why they wear their hair a certain way or things like that.
I know what it is. It's because I'm like this. I don't like the small talk. Like,
Yeah,
it's like I've had that with Yannicka. Like, we're watching something that I'm interested in, and then I'm trying to concentrate on the subject matter, but she's talking about something within the video that has nothing to do with the fucking subject matter.
Okay,
Then I'm like,
get
you're
that.
distracting me from what I'm actually trying to get from this video. I'm trying to get educated, and you're talking about, like, say, the color of the geezer's pants. Like,
right. Exactly.
but then men, I suppose men do that as well. I'd watch if
I do it.
Yeah,
I'm
if
annoying.
if a chick put on a chick, if a chick put on like a chick program,
Yeah,
I'm gonna probably say, why has this bitch got a fucking muffin top hanging out or some shit? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be doing the same. So I suppose it's like we're all like it.
I do feel like
Go ahead.
sports is the one thing that there's enough downtime.
yeah.
There's
That's what I'm
room for
saying.
game.
Sports is quite casual, isn't it? It's like,
You know what it is
Yeah.
for me? Like,
But
if
you
I'm
talk
on-
about the game though.
But this is the thing about
Yeah, don't talk about their fucking hair.
No,
No.
exactly.
see how mean. See, everything's Paul's nice. He's got a mean streak.
he just likes things his way.
Hey, thank you, James. I'm 50 years old. I'm like this a certain way.
I'm nice, but I'm the same. Like, if you were to be a fly on the wall in my house, you'd probably think I'm a very horrible person.
Oh, I can get. Yeah, I got that. Too.
Yeah. But
Really?
I'm not. I'm not. I just, we just have our particular ways.
I see. I don't mind that because if I'm watching football, say right, and I know Summer doesn't like watching football, if she's interested in anything going on, I don't mind talking to her about it just so I can watch the game.
Oh, okay. So yours is more like a
Like
if I keep her sweet,
entertain.
if I keep her sweet, I can.
Yeah, I'll entertain the like. I don't like the color of his hair, or why has he got dreads, or like, I'll entertain all that shit.
For some
Just
engagement.
Yeah, or even if she's just like, why did he do that with the ball, or why? Like, I'm like, cool. I'll explain it to her. Let's just watch the game.
It allows me to still view what I wish to view.
It actually makes me feel like some sort of like
Expert sportsman.
expert
Yeah.
sports
Yeah,
analyst.
yeah, because you're like, well,
The color of the hair is distracting. To
Even though I know absolutely nothing about football, I'm like sit there and talk like I'm like a fucking analyst. Because
are we like, are any of you like that in life? Like when you talk about a subject with someone who you know clearly knows less than you, even though you don't know fuck all, do you come across in a way that's like, when you have the opportunity to sound smart ass, do you do it? Like even if it's like nutrition, like I don't know loads about nutrition, but when someone asks me about it and I know they know fuck all, I come across like I know everything about nutrition.
I'll say this, so Paul can probably attest to this. When I was younger, I was that guy. I always tried to sound like I knew everything.
Yeah.
But as I got older, and not only with age, but also doing the podcast and interviewing coaches and scientists, and like, you're like, wait a minute, I don't fucking know shit.
I don't
And,
know.
and you kind of have to, you almost have to humble yourself a little bit.
You got to eat your own. Yeah, you got to eat that.
So I think I don't know. Paul can probably speak on this, but I don't think I do that as much.
No, you don't do it like you used to. I think it's a little bit of an age thing. He just learned as you get older that I don't know everything. And it's not. There's nothing wrong with admitting that I don't know something.
I think it's nice.
Go ahead, James. Sorry.
No, I think it's nice not to know too much, because the more you know, the more fucking stress you have.
I'll tell you, James. The most important thing that happened even before the podcast was meeting John, because John is the one that
Very
taught me.
wise.
John was the one that he didn't even teach it to me. I just watched it happen.
Yeah.
John was the one I could see who was a fucking genius. The guy's like, read every study and every book, and he's coached thousands and thousands of people, and he's one of the best coaches in the world. But I would literally watch him talk to somebody, go, I don't know why that works. He would literally, like, somebody would say to him, we'd be in a seminar, and somebody would say to him, well, the study says this, and he would look at them and go, well, the study says that, but I did this in the gym and this worked better than the study. So I can't tell you why the study says that. I can't tell you that I'm right, but this is what my experience was. Like, when I saw somebody with that level of knowledge able to humble themselves
Yeah.
and say, I don't know, I was like, that's the fucking way to do it.
Yeah,
know?
I agree.
So
yeah, I think when you look up to like you have a like we look up to certain individuals, and when you see them express that kind of characteristic, it's very easy for you then to understand that kind of view, isn't it? Like, okay, I don't know. It's okay to not know as much as I want. Like, I don't have to come across like I know everything. It's okay.
To be honest, it actually, when I started saying I don't know, it actually feels better.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I don't have to.
You're no longer acting. You're no longer pretending.
You don't got to bullshit.
Yeah, you don't got to bullshit. Because usually and that's the thing about John too, is with the amount of knowledge he had, I'm sure he could have bullshitted his way through any answer.
Oh, he could have. He knew all the vocabulary. He could have easily said something to make it sound proficient.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, James, Comicon tomorrow. What's going on? You gotta get painted, and then you're going to is it like an expo? What's going on?
Yeah, London Excel. So tomorrow, 6 a.m. Makeup artist is here. 3 hours of makeup.
Jeez.
And then poof, we head there. Go get busy with it. Take pictures with babies, kissing babies' heads. And
you gonna get the chicken leg this time? Walk around with a huge chicken leg.
I should really, because that's what you would do if you were a
barbaric
character.
Yeah.
But I've actually got business cards this time. Yannicka printed me business cards.
Cool.
Yeah, because like when I was taking pictures with everyone last time, like they go away and they don't know who you are.
I know who you are.
Yeah. Like, oh shit! Like, like so I got the socials and that. So Yannick will slip a little card in there. Like, yeah, take that.
Nice.
So it's business, isn't it? At the end of the day,
that must be a big one. Is that it's in London? You said?
Yeah, it's quite a big one.
That must be big.
Last time James did this, he put it on YouTube. It's got like 2 million views.
I saw it. But I mean, like just attendance wise, London must be
I think now it's like 3.4. 3.5.
Is it really?
Wow.
Is it really?
So it's still that video still paying me.
Well,
that's amazing.
That's awesome.
It's nice.
I'll say, James, you can speak to this. I talked to Brian Powers, who I believe came from Comicon.
Yeah, the guy from the Arnold's Food.
Who runs the Arnold now, the Arnold Expo.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me Comicon is far larger than the Arnold.
Yeah. I think it's way bigger than our industry. I think the industry of gaming and because you got to remember it's a combination of industries.
I know the industry.
Oh, what a size! Oh, sorry.
I mean Comicon itself.
Oh,
is far bigger than the Arnold Expo.
Well, on one day we have the London XL one, and I believe there's a Birmingham NEC one as well, which is where they do the Arnold UK.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure it will occupy more of the space than the Arnold did for sure.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So,
and it will see more attendees by miles.
James, I'm noticing little hints you keep dropping on your Instagram, and I want the inside scoop. What is all this new business stuff you're doing?
Why are you being so cryptic, James?
Yeah, you're being very
cryptic. I haven't really got new. I've got a couple of things.
I see things like maybe new clothing, or maybe
clothing's in the. Yeah,
you're making some moves.
Maybe new clothing.
The clothing's been really good. That's something that will be like coming.
Fill us in. What's on the agenda? What's on the horizon?
So Louis Arjuna clothing, which is myself and a couple of my friends. My name didn't need to be in there because it's like just doesn't sound good. But one of my friends is obviously called Louis, and one is called Arjuna.
Yeah.
So we have the clothing, which is Louis Arjuna, which is like smartwear, kind of high quality clothing.
It sounds high end.
Yeah, and it is like the quality is great. And
Louis Arjuna James
has gone very. Like we're having conversations with people obviously in China like every day, getting samples sent. Like it's been really good, and them guys are killing it. There's that, and then I have a friend that filmed, Man Up, when I did that like short video back in the day. I don't know if you remember that. It was just like a little silent video. I did a film, a short film that actually managed to get into a couple of film festivals. Yeah. So I'm actually going to be filming a full-length film with him next year. Okay. Like a full film. So that's interesting. What is
the film? Can you tell?
The film is based on what we do. It's based on a bodybuilder.
Really?
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be the synopsis is like, without saying too much, it's like they're acclimating to today's times. A bodybuilder that has to understand, the changes and go through that because how things are so different. Blah blah.
Are you going to be a celebrity?
No. I want to be because when I watch The Rock.
How many of us have business cards for social media?
You guys are killing business. I'm just, you know what? I'm just like, there's just some really cool opportunities, And
okay, sure. But I have a question. If you become a celebrity, are you still going to come on the podcast?
Yeah, of course I will.
No, I don't know. Because listen, Chris Bumstead guest posed at me and Paul's show
a couple times.
and now I can't even get him to return my phone calls.
Really?
Listen.
No, I haven't texted him. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I will still be here, and I will carry if I had any success that would allow me to also help people close to me, then it will elevate them as well. This will be an exclusive place where
you guys all heard it here. He's going to be on the podcast, even if he's a celebrity.
Absolutely.
I want to be in the movie.
Listen, if I
want
get in
a
a film, you guys are getting those tickets to Leicester Square for the fucking the premiere.
red carpet. The red carpet.
Know that, if I ever was that big.
I'm interested in the clothing too. So smart wear, meaning like casual, like
smart casual. But we got shirts. We've got these tracksuits that are my favorite item. That just really high quality. Like,
but is it?
It's the.
Sorry, James, not to interrupt, but is it like gym wear or is it like going out to dinner wear?
No, more like dinner wear. But we do have like I say, one particular item is a tracksuit that looks kind of in between, and you could wear it to the gym. I wouldn't personally. I wear that when I'm going out to meet with friends for like
breakfast,
I don't know, something to eat or something.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the variety of items are all like really premium, but there's a little bit of diversity there. It's not just like one particular. It's not like we're just doing shirts and trousers.
Yeah.
It's a brand that will have some.
I like that.
Diversity.
You were introspective enough to not put your name in it.
Yeah, because it just has no place there. Like, there's no need.
Yeah.
Like,
well, like when I started Hostile, I wanted to make sure I didn't even calling it Hostile was tricky for me, but I didn't want to put my name in it anywhere because I'm like, if you have any humility, you want the brand to be bigger than you.
The brand should carry itself.
Yeah, you want the brand to go on its own.
Well, when you look at someone like The Rock, like you look at Zoa Energy, like his name's not in it. Like $7 production or whatever. Like, I think businesses need to have their own. They become their own thing, and like, I'm not being funny. If down the line one day you decide to sell the business on or get new investors, I don't know. Like, you don't want to be too wrapped up in the name side of things.
Well, you also want to think to yourself, if you're hiring employees and you have a bunch of people working for you and something happens to you, you don't want the company to fail just because you're not around. You want those people to still have jobs. You want them to still get paid.
Absolutely.
You want them to still have their own success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even after you're gone. So it's a
So that's honestly, that's just it's not like I'm doing loads of new stuff really. I'm just there's been things that I know that I'll have more time to put into next year, because obviously this year's been busy, this second half of the year, especially with competing. So once that's out of the way, I don't plan, like in my head, I'm kind of like, after this year, this is not confirmation, but I think if I was to do another show, it'd be not until like 2024 Arnold.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a nice amount of time. I want to focus on getting some stuff in place, and then I'm only going to be 35 when that comes about. It's not, and I think my body could do with a nice break anyway.
Are you doing Olympia?
Wait a minute.
I'm doing this Olympia. Yeah.
Be careful, James.
I know, because you said like when you take time out, but
no, that's not why. That's not the only reason why. That's not the only reason why. And I'm just going to speak from my own experience. So this is anecdotal. I'm not saying this for everybody, because obviously there are bodybuilders that have gone on to be 44 years old and still compete.
Yeah.
And Paul, maybe you can speak to this, but the years between like 33 and 40 go by much like your body changes much faster than the years between 20 and 33.
Yeah.
So taking a year off in that prime, like that's, to me, that's a bodybuilder's prime. Like between 32 and 38 is like, those are the golden years where you're at your biggest, you've developed all the muscle, you have the density and maturity, that's the physique you're going to run with.
Yeah.
So much, I would be careful, like eliminating one of those years.
Yeah.
I know I'm not saying, you're going to make your own decisions. Obviously. I just think,
but that's like, that's why I would, if I was to do something, it'd be front end of a year, so that the time spent would be, when you're not getting ready for a show, you're getting ready for a show. If you have a show in sight, it's only when you don't have when you don't have something in sight. So I would definitely put something on my radar so that I don't have lack of structure.
That's right.
But like, I would definitely like create some sort of order to my structure of the year, so that I know I have this amount of time to do this. Because again, another thing, like next year, I would like to visit some places, like come over to you guys. Like I want to see people that in this industry I am friends with, because it's all good us being friends and jumping on a podcast and that, and that's great. That's like a 7 out of 10 for the experience. You can have a 10 out. You can have a 10 out of 10 if you just get off your ass and go and do it.
Yeah, we've had a lot more fun when we hang out.
Exactly.
Together.
Like when we was in Texas, it was brilliant. And I want more of those times. And the only time they're really going to happen, as you know, is when you're not locked in for the next particular, event. So that's where I'm at.
So a year off and then 35, you're back at it. I like it.
Yeah, because I look at Branch Warren and I'm thinking, I kind of watched his career and I'm like, there was a couple of times where I'm like, he didn't actually go as frequent as I thought. There was a couple of little like
bigger breaks.
Yeah. And same with like Flex when he did the 20, I think it's 10 to 11 or whatever it was. So I'm only like really looking at people that I respect and thinking, okay, well, they managed to do that as long as they, kept the.
No, I did. I mean, I did that too. I think between 2010 and 2011, I competed early in the year and then I competed late in the next year. And it gave me almost a year off.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's but I did it for a different reason. I did it for a different reason. I need to step my physique up, so I needed that time, and I did. Like, don't we all need to step our physique up? Those, I don't think you need any more muscle, James. I think you're pretty good.
Bro, you got guys like these top 5 guys, man. It's like, well, you got to make this decision whether you're going to go down that route or not, because that's a different decision.
I will say though, it's good for people to see somebody in their prime or the start of their prime doing something else for after bodybuilding, because most guys like myself even don't do that until they're done competing or close to done, and then they start something else.
Well, so I look at guys like Justin who have been incredibly wise in having business ventures, and I didn't have that. I didn't do that, but it's not too late for me to do something. So focus on what I can and do what I can, and then hopefully, like saying, by the time I'm 40, I plan on being pretty set in Norway, chilling, smoking cigars out on the fucking fjord.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, you're right. You're right.
I do.
How old are you now, James?
I look 33 now.
33.
Okay. Oh, you're young.
Go ahead, Justin.
I just say I look back at when I was starting my businesses. I don't know that I could have done that if I was bodybuilding.
It's very hard to do things.
I just like
it.
I wasn't.
Look. Sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
No, I'm listening.
I was just going to say, even James can only do this because, like we said, he's got the majority of his mass and he kind of knows what he's going to look like and who he's going to be. If James was 25, I don't think he would be able to invest.
I couldn't do it when I was in those hungry, like I'm still hungry now, but in the years of chasing a physique, you couldn't do, we've said this so many times, you couldn't do anything else but the pursuit, because the pursuit required 100% of your attention and everything.
Like right now, I'm only able to allocate the energy I am towards bodybuilding because my businesses are established. I have employees. I'm allocating things,
management,
different people, and within my management. And I mean, the last 4 weeks of a show, I'm kind of able to check out. Everything runs. I fucking touch base over the phone, and I mean, you can't do that shit when you're building a business.
Yeah. You know? Well, and that's the thing, Justin. You just did it in reverse. You kind of grew your business to a certain place where it was relatively comfortable, and then you started bodybuilding more.
It wasn't strategic. I didn't know I was going to bodybuild. I had no idea. I mean, I did start a gym. I love training. I mean, I'm obviously passionate about it, but I didn't know I was going to start a competitive, like, professional career. I never could have guessed.
Are you ever going to train with a little bit more fun, or is it always going to be boring?
I have a lot of fun when I train, but I don't know.
I'm just fucking with you.
And hey, it works. It's working.
Yeah,
I'm jealous of your training style.
You've seen the transformation.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Dude, it's a crazy transformation. Very, very impressive. And I think if anyone wants to see some motivation, just check that post.
Yeah,
let me show it.
It's crazy.
Just in a little bit of love.
That was 2 years, right?
Yeah, it was. I gotta admit something, guys.
Go on. So the gay.
I was on steroids.
When you started or during? Yeah. Like before?
During that whole 2 years.
Oh, I did.
No,
I thought so.
Far less of you now.
Why is this pinned? That's crazy. Did you structure this to the nines or what?
Sure.
I didn't do anything to that. That's just the photographer. I think
that is a good shot.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'd love that condition. That's
but wait a minute. Is this actually what your condition looked like, or did somebody?
Of course it is. He gets peeled.
That's Caucasian dry, my man.
That is Caucasian dry.
I'm not being Paul. Don't laugh. I'm not being an asshole. This doesn't look like
You can't magic. You don't magic lines on. Yeah, you can like obviously the light.
All that separation of my glutes and hams, it's fake.
Drawn on.
No, this
Drawn
is
on.
structured,
Better than my
dude.
quads.
Fuck you guys. Look at this.
I'm not saying that the photographer didn't edit it. I didn't edit it.
No, I know you didn't, but the photographer did something because look how sandpapery your intercostals look.
Maybe
They were
it
that
has-
fucking dry, dude.
I mean that those shots is
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're that dry. Are you serious? You got that shredded?
that's desert dry.
Oh, man, I was fucking peeled.
Oh, look at your face even. Fuck you. Look at your
Yeah.
face is even sandpapery.
You know how dry my face gets.
Okay, this is a 2 years. Look at this.
This is crazy.
I thought you said you had a big pecker. Big pecker.
Do you know what the crazy thing is? Yeah,
Look
like who else?
It was cold in the morning. Give me a-
Yeah, good arms already.
you always had nutty arms. Yeah,
Yeah,
arms
you
were
had good
crazy.
arms.
Yeah. We've talked
Yeah.
about that before. Even when he started, he had great arms.
I wish I had
Yeah.
that. I had terrible.
Yeah, look at
arms.
those things.
Yeah, the
See,
symmetry.
James?
Do you know what? It's how symmetrical you are as well.
See, James, remember we were talking about the tricep and how important it was? Look,
Yeah,
his,
look,
his biceps don't peak like crazy,
no, but the
but the
triceps
sweep-
so.
but the sweep
sweep
on his
of that
tricep, it
tricep,
starts
yeah.
right at the elbow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it sweeps so far. So his arms look incredible.
that's why my
Like-
arms suck.
You're like Dennis Wolf with better arms.
Oh, thanks, man. Better calves.
No,
too.
like no disrespect to Dennis because Dennis' arms were very
Oh,
good
of course.
in his earlier
Dennis is
years.
amazing.
But-
Yeah.
But I noticed I was actually watching the European Arnolds and stuff earlier, multiple
Mhm.
of them. What I noticed in his career as it went on, his condition got better, but he did start to fade in the arm department, and I think that's just like a nerve thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm saying your shape was very similar, but like the arms are just
Yeah.
fucking packed out top to bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The highlights.
like Dennis, more like in 07 kind of. And
Mhm.
I'm a massive fan of Dennis if he's listening, like if he listens to this podcast. So it's not me saying anything because he improved condition over the years. I just feel like,
Yeah.
Justin, we had this conversation last week. I think me, Ben, and James were talking about
Mhm.
arms and what we'd want, and they said they wanted the front head of the tricep because when you're doing like a most muscular, like
Yeah,
it
when
looks
you do
great,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Which
Come on, bro.
I agree with, but this front double, just like
You have to
I'd
have
rather.
the belly for
I
the
think,
hand.
I think I'd rather have the long head. It just makes
I
up
would
so
too.
much of the arm.
I
mean,
want to see.
I
I want
prefer to have both.
Yeah,
Go back to that side tricep I did. Check those out. See, I got it all. It's really
got it all. Got it all.
Perfect.
I got it all, he says.
The glute hams
Thought.
as well. The glute hams are crazy.
And you're humble.
yeah.
Um,
Huge fan. I got fat.
Oh man,
I love this. This is my favorite.
you look a little
I
messy
did, that,
there.
I did that for you.
I appreciate it.
I like that.
I'm gonna put on a bunch of weight for Fouad.
I'm getting in shape for the Olympia. I'm going to put on
We both are.
10 pounds.
Put on.
Up your
Yeah.
muscle.
We're gonna grow into it, Fouad.
We're
I
gonna
thought we
grow.
were still trying to shave off.
Oh no, honestly,
I'm just going to convert it, James. I'm going to
Yeah,
stay.
we're just gonna
on-
change the ratios.
Turn your fat into
Composition
muscle.
improvement.
I'm going to turn my fat into muscle. Yes,
Easy.
that's what
Very
I'm gonna
easily
do.
done.
Everybody can do it.
yeah, everybody.
You just
Are you
all
actually
you gotta do-
doing something?
I started
Are you-
taking a little bit of TRT last week, so this is my second week.
I bet you feel
Why?
super
What
now.
were you doing before that?
I was doing like a shot every fucking month.
I just got to wee.
Still doing that? What's wrong with
I
you?
just shut up.
How long has your doctor been telling you just to pin once a week?
Actually, I'm glad
I've been
you brought
trying to tell them.
I'm glad you brought this up, and this is kind of why I started. So I'm working with Marek Health. Dude, I went there. They have a different sheets that you can sign up for your blood work.
Okay.
Because they're sponsoring me. They're like, we're going to give you the full package. So he sends me like 4 blood requisitions with like a list of things to check.
Oh, I seen the amount of blood you drew the other day. Jesus Christ.
Dude, so I go there and for my blood work, I go to the lab and the guy's like, this is crazy. He's like, I've never seen this many like things checked off, I guess. I'm like, all right. So he gets all the tubes ready and there's like literally 40 tubes or something like that.
Yeah.
He's like, are you going to pass out on me? You're going to be okay. I'm like, I think I'm going to be okay. So let's go to work. So he starts drawing. He taps into this vein right here and he starts drawing blood. He gets through like 20 vials and he's like, I think your vein's dead. I go, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, there's no more blood coming out of here. I'm like, well, just pick a different vein. Like, whatever. So he takes the fucking needle out, puts it in a different vein.
Same needle.
No, new needle.
Okay.
If it was at home, it would have been
new needle, new vein. Takes like another 18 vials and then tries to get the last 2, but there's like this much blood in the bottom of the vial. He's like, this vein's fucking dying out too. I'm like, look, we already gone this far. I'm like, just pick a third vein and do it again and get the last 2 vials. So he picks a third vein, does it again, gets the last 2 vials. And I'm looking at it, just like a batch of fucking vials like this.
What the fuck?
So now I'm waiting for the results, but I just couldn't believe the amount of testing they're doing. And this is available to anybody in the US now.
Yeah.
So you can have like
a plug.
Well, listen, it's a plug because they're sponsoring me, but it's not a plug. Like it's listen, I'll tell you this. It's a plug, but we've been talking about blood work on this podcast for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
And for 2 fucking years, people have been messaging me going, can you look at my blood work? Or do you know do you know a doctor where I can go? Or do you and for 2 years I've been telling them, no, I won't look at your blood work because I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
And 2, I don't know where you can go.
Yeah.
And now this is a plug because I want people to go check this out. It's actually, they don't need me to plug it. It's More Plates, More Dates company. I mean, he's got a billion fucking followers. But this is now people can go to this. You can check off whatever you want to check off. So it's almost like for your budget. Like if you can only afford to check off like your kidney, liver, and thyroid,
Okay.
then you just check that off and you pay for that and that's it. Or your testosterone, whatever you want to check.
Yeah.
Or if you can afford to have like a monthly coach, like you would like a nutritional coach, they will optimize your blood work every month, like with your own coach that will watch over your blood work.
Imagine that. Imagine how good you could feel.
Well, I'm just thinking like, imagine how many health issues that we could curb.
Avoid,
avoid if guys could afford it.
Yeah.
And they could sign up to have somebody monitor their shit every month or 3 times a year or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
that'd be incredible.
It's a plug, but it's not a plug because it's something actually I really, really think is valuable to the industry for a lot of young guys that are looking for somebody. Because man, this happened to me when I was growing up. A lot of doctors, they don't want to help.
They don't want to. They don't have anything to do with that.
They're like, you take steroids, get out of here. Like they don't want to bother.
Even my primary, I just got blood work. She didn't want to pull my testosterone and my estrogen. She didn't want to look at estrogen. I was like, I kind of want to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, I don't want to see it. Like,
but I don't even understand that. Like, what is the fucking problem? Like,
why would you want to see it?
Yeah,
like think about it this way. If I was an alcoholic and I was destroying my liver, would you tell me I don't want to check your liver enzymes?
Right, yeah.
Of course. It'd be the first thing I want to check.
If you're overweight or something, I don't want to check your blood pressure.
Yeah, like I don't like
it'd be bad.
It's so fucking stupid. It's like
how much would it cost you, Fouad, if you would have had to pay for that?
Well, I think for the one they gave me, because it was literally like every test possible, I don't even know the price. It's
I had no idea.
I don't think I've ever drawn more than maybe 7, 8 fucking
usually for me it's like 8 vials and like I don't really know what mine costs because it was literally like everything they could check. But he said they have like $100 options and they have like $500 options, and then they have like an ongoing thing where you can have like your own blood work specialist help.
It's
like a subscription.
Right?
No, it's American.
It is okay because he's from Canada. More plates, more dates.
More plates.
Is he?
Derek is from Canada. Yeah, he's from Ontario.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
But their office is in Michigan, and I actually had to cross the border to do my lab work. So I went into Detroit and did my blood work, and then came back. So anyway, I'm excited to get the.
I also get a lot of messages about where to get blood work done, and fucking asking if people ask me if I'll look at it. And
I never ever, you know why I stopped? I used to tell people like, I never really advised about it, but when I had Dan Garner on, who's like a performance lab analyst, and he explained to me that blood work is not like a line item. Like just because your liver enzyme is high, it doesn't mean like you can just say, oh, go take some Tudka or go take, it's not a
little milk.
He's like, a line item is one thing, whereas your blood work is more like a puzzle.
Yeah.
So he's like, if your liver is up, it could be because of something else, which could be because of something else.
Could be because your cholesterol is elevated.
Yeah. He's like, so you can't really just tell people, oh, go get some fucking astragalus for your kidneys. There could be like five other things going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm not touching that anymore. But anyway, so I got that done. So we'll see if I'm dying or not. And then if I am, Justin, you'll have to take over the podcast.
I can do it. You know I can do it. If there's one guy that can do it.
I don't think so.
I can. Hey, Paul, how things going?
Good, Justin.
You ready? Okay. We've been on for an hour. Ready? Go. You're the rest of the hour is yours.
Okay, James. So Comicon, what's up with that?
We already talked about that.
So Fouad, you're going on a trip. Oh, fuck.
We're going to Texas, James.
When you going?
Are you going for sure?
Yeah,
James, you should come.
Yeah, when you going?
Oh, you're prepping. You would fit. Dean's prepping, and
I know. Do you know the only
and-
reason I was thinking about this, but then I've got an appearance at Aunt Bell's gym in November
November what?
26th.
Yeah, you'll be back by
We're
then.
going like the 12th, right, Fouad?
So I'm going on the 8th, but I'm driving there and I'm taking my bikes down. So I'll probably won't get there till the 10th or 11th.
Okay.
And I'm going to see Nate Epler on the way down.
Yep.
And then Justin's going to fly in, I think, on the 14th.
I think the 14th is that Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, the Monday, and he's going to stay until like Thursday or Friday.
So what are you doing? You seeing Ben?
Yeah, Ben and Dean are in Houston with Hunter.
Hunter. Yeah.
Oh, they're going to be in Houston during that time.
Yeah,
be
Ben's
the
got an
one.
Ben's got an Airbnb that he's going to stay at with Dean.
Oh, okay. So they're doing like their preparations there for a time.
Yeah, and then they're going to be training at Hunter's gym. And
Yeah.
I was going to go down and we're going to do some videos and shoot some
Do some
stuff.
boogie.
And I
That sounds
figured
good.
I figured if we're all going to be there, Justin should come in.
Yeah.
I would invite Paul, but Paul's got 2 kids he's got to stay home for, so he can't.
Well, I got to work too. I got time off for Vegas though, Fouad.
That's good.
Mm.
So James, can you come to Texas? It's too much when you're prepping, eh?
It's not even that. Do you know what? It's carting around all your anabolics and shit.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
Not gonna lie.
Hey, Ben
So that shit-
will have you decked out when you get there.
Don't say
do you know what,
that.
like- I'm being so honest though, with like the one thing that stops me fucking like traveling sometimes, just the fucking arseache of all that, because it's so different over where you are. It's so different where you are versus in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Europe, like just go, like take that as you will, just go.
Yeah.
But in America, no. Like you've
Also-
got to pre-plan everything.
Fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah, yeah. So like just on that front with the supplements, like you can cut this if you wish, how you wish to, but
I'm not going to cut it.
it makes it difficult, and that's just like sometimes an arse ache, and you're just like, you know,
I would just front load everything for the week.
front load it all.
Just take long esters.
Sunday morning, just pound like 50, 100
That-
milligrams.
the young James would have done that. The young James. would have done that.
15 grams of anabolics.
No, nobody listens. They're just fucking joking.
No, I just said the young James would have done it. The idiot. The before I grew up, James. But yeah, I don't know. I could do it. I could just jump on a freaking plane and go.
I honestly,
isn't
I
that
wouldn't.
like
I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, because during prep, I would never go
Yeah,
anywhere.
prep. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel so relaxed during this prep. I don't even.
Well, that's
do
why I said
shit.
you're
It's really
doing,
weird.
You're doing
Huh.
things differently, man. If you feel good, I think you should come, man. You're gonna get
Yeah,
you're gonna get good training in.
Yeah.
You're gonna have an
Good
Airbnb.
concept.
You're gonna have all your food there. Like
You're basically rich because of that one video.
That one YouTube video. And me 500,000
forever.
a month for the rest of my life.
Right.
Big YouTube money.
all right,
Yeah, that would be good. We'll see.
Paul, you got anything good going on this week?
This week?
That we should talk about before we move on.
Well, I'm working this weekend, Fouad.
Okay.
So nothing
That's
too
important.
exciting coming the next few days. We're training legs tonight, aren't we?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, what are we doing tonight?
Shoulders.
Okay.
And triceps.
I'm gonna take the wife out for dinner tomorrow night. I made reservations.
Where are you going? What
Where
sort
are
of
you
food?
I'm going to this place called Mazars.
What sort of food do they
Arabic
do?
food.
Lebanese, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I like Lebanese food. I know, Fouad, you're sick of it though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's not that I'm sick of it. When I go to eat Arabic food at restaurants, I always have a stomach ache.
Because of
Really?
the spices and that. I
I
might
think
have a
it-
stomach ache.
I think it's because I've been eating bodybuilding food for so long that when
Yeah.
if something's too rich in spices, it fucks my stomach up.
I've had that happen. And it might happen this time too, but
I
It's
find
also-
it worth it though.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's for me, it's garlic. I just would think
Yeah.
if too much garlic, and I feel like it doesn't leave me for like 2 days.
Garlic's so good though.
Yeah. I do sweat it out though for a while.
The smell of garlic.
I know you sweat it out. I just smell it.
I
when I'm training with
know,
you.
I know. I know you're really sensitive to it.
Garlic on garlic on everything, boys. Garlic on
Yeah.
everything.
I don't put garlic on a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
I think I did that when I was younger. I think I got to a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. Even like when I'm seasoning my like ground beef or something, but just salt, pepper.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
I
I
go
could
plain.
honestly just chop up a garlic, give it a little pan fry, and just top it on whatever. Bam.
yeah, I agree with that.
Really, eh?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't do that.
man.
What do you do, Paul?
What do you mean, like when I make my meals? I'm basic, Fouad.
What like what?
You know me, I'm basic. Like
Salt.
chicken's pretty plain, just salt, pepper, seasoning salt usually and pepper. But sometimes I get a little bit bored with that, and I'll start adding some different stuff. Like I'll marinate it.
I have to have that. I have Nando's sauce and everything.
What kind of marinade, Paul? I want to hear.
Well, sometimes I make my own.
Say that.
Um,
Justin's just waiting for this one. He's like,
Let me in.
I like to make my own, Justin, with some olive oil and some balsamic
yeah.
vinegar,
nice.
and maybe some spices to that.
what spices?
Seasoning salt.
Those are
That goes on everything. I put on everything.
I was expecting to hear, a bit of
I know.
No,
pinch of this, pinch of that.
rosemary.
no, just seasoning salt.
Usually when someone says spices, you expect like 3 or 4 teaspoons of
No,
something.
just
You're like,
seasoning
Bit of cayenne
salt.
pepper, bit of paprika, cumin.
I'm a very basic eater.
I have seen Paul. Paul is the bodybuilder of bodybuilders. I've seen this motherfucker eat. We've been on road trips. He'll just pull out a chicken breast to eat it with his fucking hand, just like baseball eat it. Like he doesn't get
That
like,
makes you
like
good
he's eating an apple. No, I'm serious. I'm not even.
That
fucking
makes you good at
exaggerating.
what you do, though, because then no times are too tough.
Well, that's the thing.
Well-
I've never seen him complain about fucking
Yeah,
eating because he doesn't give a shit. He just
I
eats it.
try to keep it basic on purpose. I
I know.
don't want to develop like a
I know. I'm the same way.
a weird
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
with food where you have to have
Usually if I
like,
just have my a fucking salt grinder on me, I'm fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
a what salt grinder. Yeah,
Salt grinder. Yeah.
Honestly,
but I
the
do.
big- Go
But
ahead,
I do
Paul,
look
sorry.
forward to like a once a week cheat or something, though, or twice a
Oh,
week.
of course, yeah. No, but I mean like regular food, like every day. For
Yeah.
me, if I have salt and olive oil,
I'm good.
Good.
I'm
Very good.
golden because I can put that on anything like beef, chicken, those two, and it makes it taste. And then the one thing I've learned with chicken the most is vegetables.
Oh, this is our sorry, Yannicka's
You
here.
cook
I
'em
said
with,
we've dressed up. This is our
Let's see.
Halloween dress up
Oh,
glasses.
she's
I know she was dressed up.
Boo.
Thank you.
These are Halloween. I feel like I have something better for Halloween than this.
I gotta get something.
I don't have anything.
I was gonna say though, the chicken, I found that I've started buying a lot more variety of frozen vegetables.
So you
what
cook it
ones?
with the chicken, right, Fouad? Like you fry it up in a pan with chicken?
My chicken is usually I cook the chicken in the oven. So I'll cook like
Yeah.
like let's say I have a value pack of like 8 chicken breasts.
Yeah.
I'll bake it all in the oven. But when I'm eating each meal, I'll cut it up and fry it in a frying pan with the vegetables and
Instead
a
of
little, bit, and a
microwaving
little bit
it.
of olive oil. And then
Mhm.
it makes it feel fresh again.
And then
Yeah.
so you don't microwave it that way either.
I don't microwave anything except you know what I have been doing lately, and people are gonna think this is fucking crazy, but those Uncle Ben's packs of rice,
Yeah.
they're like single packs, they're like 80
Yeah.
grams of carbs.
Yeah.
I just do that. I don't steam any rice anymore. I buy like 40 of
Yeah.
those. And when I
Thing
want
is, when you're when you're retired, you don't need to be cooking rice all day, man.
No,
Yeah.
no. But James, I still eat rice with 4 meals a day. But I found that when I was steaming rice, it was messing up my stomach because rice accumulates bacteria very easily.
Mm.
So I used to like steam my rice and I would leave it in the steamer.
Mm.
And I found that I was having like digestive issues. So I'm like, I'm fucking too lazy to make the rice and then put it in Tupperware. And then the rice gets cold and hard and shitty.
Yeah.
So this way I just take the pack of rice, I microwave it for a minute and it's ready.
Yeah, I buy those
I
too.
always do really small batches of rice because of that.
So
I'll cook
how
like
much,
two,
so how
maybe.
much rice?
I usually do like 3 cups and I'll use that in the whole day.
Oh, okay. But you still keep the steamer in all day though, don't you? Or
No,
the rice?
I'll cook it and I'll pull it out. As soon as it's done, I'll pull it out,
Okay.
big Tupperware in the fridge. Or I'll dole it out in my meals and then put that.
See, I don't do that. I still leave it all in the
You
thing.
leave it on
I've
the
cooked,
steamer.
I've cooked like 800 grams of rice and just left it all in the steamer for the day.
Oh, I have to. I
did, James. I did that
Mm.
forever. I used to leave it overnight, but I don't know if it's because of my age or what, but my stomach's become way more sensitive.
Yeah.
So I'm just like trying to eliminate any issues that could be
Yeah,
messing with me.
I do it with meat as well, though. I cook my meat,
Yeah.
and then I leave it in the oven with the door slightly open so it's still warm.
Yeah. For how long?
Fucking all day,
No
Really?
way.
all day.
Doesn't it dry out?
No, this
Not
is
only
turkey
does it
now.
dry out, don't you fucking shit your pants?
No,
We've heard the stories. You shit your pants.
Yeah, you say you shit your pants. Now we know why.
Yeah.
I haven't shut my pants for quite a while. It's been a long time.
That's not healthy, dude. Meat starts to gather bacteria after like 2 hours.
Dude, I know. I got Chris Tuttle, telling me, you know what he's like.
Yeah.
But convenience.
You just put it in the fridge. Like
I
when
say I don't really see the convenience. I think you just put it in some Tupperware and put it in the
yeah,
fridge.
like when I make my chicken, if there's like 6 or whatever chicken breasts made, I throw it all in a Tupperware, let it cool down, and I throw it in the fridge.
My shit's just my shit's in the oven. I close the door after it's all fully cooled down, and I leave it. And then when I go to get my meal, I just pull the oven door down.
I love how James thinks the oven door is like
it's like a fridge.
It seals it all.
It seals.
4 days later, still just creaking.
As long as it's been behind the oven door, it's safe.
It's airproof. No bacteria can get in there.
It's good for 2 weeks in there.
It's like the door to a submarine.
You're fucking hilarious. You're hilarious. You know, it must be a British thing too, because Samson's like that also.
Really?
He's worse than me, I know,
don't you remember when Samson at the show?
Yeah.
Dude, Samson packed a bag. It was a plastic bag, like a grocery bag. And he had like 3 meals in there or something like that. And he ate one.
Sweating.
He ate one in the morning, and he still had this little bag. And then like 3 hours later, he took a meal out of it and ate it before we left to come to Windsor. And then the bag I think had 2 more meals in it. Sorry, it must have been 4. And then he put the bag in the trunk. And it was like 100. It was 100 degrees that day.
Oh, that day we went to Toronto.
Yeah, and then we drove from Toronto to Windsor. So that's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
In the trunk. He got home, took another one out, and opened it and ate it. And I'm like, oh,
Really? I didn't realize that. No,
I asked him about it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, I don't care. I do it all the time.
I'd just be afraid of getting food poisoning or
Some
something.
people just got stomachs
I went to Disneyland this last week.
Yeah.
I heated up 2 meals and brought it with me in my backpack so they were warm.
Yeah.
And then I just ate them every 2 hours.
You went where?
Disneyland.
You don't have kids though, do you, Justin?
No. I went for myself.
Him and his wife.
I'm just curious. What'd you go there for?
Fucking love Disneyland, dude.
Really? Oh,
Dude, you should have seen
a great time.
You should have seen him and Jasmine at Disneyland. Remember, I told you it was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah, it was the worst experience of my life too.
Okay, we went to Disney World in Orlando in the middle of July, and it was 105 degrees.
It was a million people. I'm like, this.
It was hell.
Yeah,
I went in October. It was cool. It was 65 degrees.
Yeah,
the place is fucking decked out for Halloween. It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it so busy?
No, it really wasn't too busy at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I don't know how, but going back to I don't know how people get away with that, because I'm like, the minute I cook something, I'm good for a couple hours, but if I'm going to be like gone for 4 or 5 hours, I need ice in there and shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I usually will, but if I know like at Disneyland I'm eating it cold, I just heated it up. And by the time I ate it a few hours later, it was like, ruined.
Oh,
you warm it up before you go too, eh?
Yep, I heated up 2 meals.
That's how I do. I do it like that. I leave it I leave it boiling hot and then let it cool down.
Yep, I fucking microwave for like 4 minutes and then
he warms it up, Paul, so that when he puts it in his bag, the bacteria accumulates even faster.
That's what I'm thinking in my head. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
It's basically a petri dish.
Priming it for bacteria.
Right. Yeah.
When I expose it to all the
bacteria,
then everyone touch it. Disney World.
He's probably like James. He closes the Tupperware container. He thinks it's safe forever.
Right. Yeah. That's it. It's sealed and everything.
I literally, I don't know. I just
listen. I'm jealous of you guys.
Me too. And I wouldn't do that with fish.
I wouldn't do it with anything.
I did it with
because of the smell.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Fish is just funky. If fish at certain temperatures, I don't fuck with it.
I feel like beef is the only thing I fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
I won't fuck with chicken. Beef is the only thing I'll
I get that. Chicken. I've had bad chicken.
Yeah. I've had my share of fucking stomach bugs and shit though.
I shit myself at the airport because of bad chicken.
Yeah, you shit yourself too. You should know better.
On the airplane or at the airport?
Oh no, at the airport. I shit myself like 6 times in one day.
This story is incredible.
Really?
This motherfucker like literally shit himself. Tell him the story real quick.
I don't know. I'll give you the Reader's Digest version, but I woke up in the morning. Jasmine and I were flying to Seattle just for the day. We're taking a day trip. And I woke up in the morning just feeling a little weird. I wasn't quite sure if I should go, but she was like, fucking come on, let's just go. You're being a pussy, whatever. Okay. I get there and I'm sitting in the airport. We're getting ready to board the plane. I'm like, fuck, I got to take a shit. So I go and I completely fucking blow the toilet up. I mean, it's pissing out of my ass, but I'm just sweating like I took this water and dumped it on my fucking head. And it's just fucking flushing down. I go, holy shit, something's wrong.
You're just cursing her at this time.
Fuck it. I get on the fucking plane, right? That's the thing to do. So I get on the fucking plane. I am sweating bullets. I'm thinking, God damn, what the fuck? I'm fucking clenching my asshole the whole fucking time. I'm fucking shit myself on this plane. We get there and I end up, so I didn't know what the weather was gonna be like. So I packed some shorts, I packed some sweats, I packed a nice pair of pants. We're gonna go to dinner. So I had like a kit. Well, I ran through it all because I fucking filled my pants with poop like 3 different times that day.
Oh, you actually shit yourself?
Oh yeah, multiple times. So we're like going to like Pike's Place.
Like you could get to a bathroom on time?
Not every time.
You can't, man. You can't. When that shit blows, that blows.
No, it's
like,
gonna go. So
you get a little bubble.
You must have.
You get a little pop, and then it just goes.
Were
you mad at your wife?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I told you I didn't feel good. I fucking told you I didn't feel good. But she wanted to go.
Like, you gotta go to Seattle.
Oh, I'm 10 weeks out at this point.
Oh man.
So like Matt, I think gave me a cheat meal, and she's like, "Let's go to fucking Seattle."
You need to replenish.
I could have stayed home and ordered pizza.
Yeah, goddamn flies are pissing me off. Anyway, so I'm kind of walking around like Pike's Place, like the fish market, and we're going from shop to shop, and I'm just fucking pale white and sweating and shitting my pants.
Wait a minute. Sorry, so as you're walking around, you have shit in your pants?
Mm-hmm. No,
at least residue.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
no, I'm serious. You have shit in your pants?
Oh, 100%. No, I'm not just like, hey, how you doing? Poop in my pants. I'm like, holy fuck, I gotta go. I don't quite make it, and I poop a little bit in my pants. I throw my underwear away. I wipe my ass, fucking whatever. And then same thing happens again. I go back to the car. I change into the shorts that I got. And then I just retire to the car. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna sit here, Jasmine. Have a nice day. I'm gonna try to
show myself.
And I'm just laying in the car. And anyway, we end up flying back home that night. We just day trip. And we get into the airport. And by that time, I think I'm feeling okay. I took some like Imodium, some antidiarrheal. I've been having some fluids. I had like a Pedialyte. And I think I'm feeling okay. I get into the airport and Jasmine goes, "Hey, hold the luggage. I got to go to the bathroom." I'm like, "Well, you better, better fucking hurry. You can't walk away from your luggage." So it's me, Jasmine, our luggage, and then this little old lady that's right next to us. And, I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm wearing shorts. Well, out of nowhere, I completely unloaded my pants. I've got poop running down my
I've had that.
it's a full water shit. And I book it. I'm running down the terminal in Seattle Airport. And I got shit down my legs, into the fucking shoes. I'm just just peeing out of my butt. Down my legs. I run into the bathroom.
Graphic.
Yeah, and I fucking shove open the door. I get in there and I'm fucking rip my pants down. I'm spray shitting all over the place. Fucking poop is everywhere. By this time, it's down my legs, it's up my back, it's fucking on the front of me, it's on my hands. What the fuck is fucking shit everywhere?
Yeah.
And luckily I had wet wipes on me. So I'm using these like last 4 wet wipes I had. But this toilet paper is not fucking cutting it. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta go out there and grab paper towels. And first thing I did, I took my shirt off, I took my pants off, shoes off, I'm putting everything inside because there's fucking poop everywhere. And I run out and the place is fully loaded. There's like a big trough sink and there's just a guy, everyone's washing their hands. And I run out and I'm grabbing fucking paper towels.
And you're naked?
I'm completely naked, covered in poop. And I'm grabbing these paper towels and I rush back in and I'm wiping myself down. And I hear them calling my name. They're going, "Justin Shier, Jasmine Shier, we're boarding." So Jasmine's fucking yelling at me and she's calling me. Luckily, I had an extra pair of shorts in my bag. She comes in, brings me some shorts. I paper towel down and I end up pulling my fucking pants up, no underwear, whatever, throw my socks away. And I get on the plane and I'm just fucking.
Oh, don't talk to me.
And I end up going to the hospital afterwards because I was so fucking dehydrated. On that plane ride home, I was like hunched over and I was like spasming. I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like shaking and shit.
Yeah.
I'm dehydrated. And
so was it food poisoning or what was it?
Yeah, it's food poisoning. They end up doing like a stool sample.
Yeah.
And I had Campylobacter jejuni is what they said it was.
Dude,
that's the worst day ever.
Stung so bad.
Oh yeah. Oh, certainly, yeah.
I'm not going to even lie. This conversation has made my stomach start to rumble. I feel like I need to. Like I'm sitting here. You notice I'm sitting at an angle. I'm actually holding my arsehole now. I'm like, I think I might have to go to the toilet.
So I end up getting to the airport. Or, no, excuse me. I get to the fucking. I get to the hospital, and they put me in my room, and they're like, "You got to stay in here. COVID. You're not allowed to leave. We think you might have COVID. Did a COVID test." I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking shit all over this room if I can't go to the bathroom." And the lady looks at me and goes, she goes, "Think happy thoughts." That's the fucking door. As I'm sitting there, fucking feel like I'm gonna shit myself. Luckily, they brought me a commode. I didn't shit my pants, but they rehydrate me And about 4 hours later, send me on my way. And then I fucking leaving the hospital. I have to fucking shit again. I shit all over the place in the hospital.
God.
Oh, it's so bad.
It would stop.
Fucking scene. Every 15 minutes, I'm shitting, dude. I had no fucking
Oh, that's horrible.
no control at all.
24 hours?
Yeah, about 24 hours. I leave the hospital and we're driving home, and I'm on one of the main highways heading home. And I'm like, you gotta fucking pull over. I'm gonna fucking shit. I'm like shitting. I'm like, fucking pull over. I'm fucking shitting. And she pulls over, Jasmine pulls over, and I run down to the edge of the road. And I'm ripping my pants off. First thing, shirt comes off, because I always wear these huge shirts. I'm gonna fucking poop all over it. So I rip my shirt off and I pull my pants down and I'm spray shitting just off the side of the highway. There's cars fucking driving by. And this fucking huge bodybuilder's bent over. Not that big, I know, Fouad. Spray shitting. But, and I can't make this story up. I'm fucking sitting on the edge of this cliff. It's like an embankment, like into a ditch. My fucking foot slides.
Oh my God.
And I start rotating.
This story is.
And I'm spinning and shitting, and I slide out, and I end up like on my stomach, and I'm crying. I'm bawling my eyes out. I can't stop. I'm like so fucking upset, and I'm just sitting there with poop all over me, laying in the ditch
On the side of a highway.
I'm going for a shit. Honestly, you've done something.
That is the worst day I could ever imagine. Ever.
And I thought to myself, I'm like, you just please get me to the store so I can get a diaper.
Yeah, really.
Like, I need it depends, because I have no fucking control. So luckily, I come back and I go to my bedroom, and I'm laying in my bed, and my bed's about fucking 12 feet from my toilet. And I just went from bed to toilet, bed to toilet, bed to toilet for like 3 days.
I can't stop laughing at the thought of Justin laying with his pants around his ankles crying.
I know.
I'm a crier.
I know, that's why I can't stop thinking about it.
I was going, God damn it.
I couldn't imagine a worse day.
It was the worst fucking day ever.
Oh.
And then, so I ran out of stuff to wear at that point. So Jasmine had a shirt. I ended up throwing my fucking pants, and Jasmine had like a shirt in the back that I wiped my butt with, and then I like put a hoodie around my waist. I'm just sitting there naked in the car with a hoodie.
You must
just fuming. Were you just fuming at her too?
Oh, dude, I wasn't angry. I was just upset. I was sad.
I didn't want to go to this trip.
And I was crying. I just like,
oh God.
But I'm telling you that it was because I cooked some fucking chicken breast that I wasn't quite sure. So I got COVID prior, and I just didn't have my nose. I couldn't smell. I was like, fuck. I always have Jasmine smell the chicken. Like, this smell good?
Yeah.
And I couldn't smell it. I'm like, fuck it. So I eat this chicken for like 3 days. And I remember like, I don't feel weird, but fucking, whatever. Ignore it. Well, that day it hit me, and I ended up fucking peeing out of my butt for like fucking 3 days straight.
No way, man. I can't.
That's horrible.
Yeah. We've all had like little stomach bugs where you go to the, Mexican restaurant and like you can throw up. But like this was, it was like 3 days of hell.
Yeah.
So somebody messaged me and said that, I have a bodybuilding podcast and we don't talk about bodybuilding.
That's bodybuilding, dude.
Yeah, that's bodybuilding right there.
But, come on, dude. That was bad chicken.
Rotten chicken.
Yep.
No, but I was thinking about this entire episode. We haven't talked about bodybuilding at all.
No.
And I'm like, but I kind of feel like
I think we're people before we are bodybuilders, man. We're just friends. We're just chatting.
Well,
and that's what people like about this.
But I have to remind people that say that I don't think they're longtime viewers, because if you there's only so much bodybuilding you can talk about.
Right.
And I think I've done close to 400 episodes now.
Right.
Wow.
So I think between all 400 episodes, I've covered so much bodybuilding that if you want to go back and watch podcasts, like more of the podcasts, you can get all the information you want to get, but we can't just rehash it every single episode. Plus, like Justin said, I really think, because look, my brother watches this podcast and he has no intention of being a bodybuilder or even watching bodybuilding. And I think he enjoys it because we don't talk about bodybuilding.
Right.
And I think the main...
I swear you just cursed me.
No, I did.
that was a quick...
Honestly.
Yeah, it was quick.
Did you even...
Mate,
James, let me ask you a question. First of all, that was a really fast shit. But do you think we don't talk enough bodybuilding on this podcast?
I don't really think it matters.
I think we talk about bodybuilding when it's relevant, when there's things.
I think with you know, at the end of the day, bodybuilding isn't the be all and end all. I know it's based on that kind of, but it steers for us to talk about other things because there's personalities in bodybuilding. So I don't think it matters.
Well, and imagine if you like watched Mike Tyson's podcast and all he talked about was boxing.
Yeah. Right.
It'd be fucking dull. Like if you want us to talk more about bodybuilding,
They want to hear the poop stories, man.
Yes.
I've got ring sting now from that one. That burnt.
The stingray.
Really?
Honestly, yeah, it burnt. He did. It's like he was. I stood in front of the fucking mirror and said "Candyman" 3 times because he was going shit, and then it's like there's only so much the word I can hear before I start fucking shitting myself.
That's pretty good. I got power.
Literally, like, and yeah, that wasn't comfortable, and it did smell. Smelled really bad.
I can't believe the speed in which you went and came back.
That's slow for me. That was a slow one for me.
Really?
Really?
What? How was that a slow
Mess around, eh?
I was
But
thinking
you're-
about this today. I was taking a shower today. I was thinking about this. I take really long showers. Do you guys take long showers?
No.
Yeah.
Probably
Short
about
showers.
10
Three
minutes.
to 5.
3
Yeah.
to 5.
Me too.
I'm,
Yeah,
like,
I'm quick.
Take you to scrub your body and wash your hair. Man.
I'm like 15 minutes.
15 minutes with it. What are you doing?
Yeah,
in there?
that's-
Maybe
I can
20.
see that. You
20?
Maybe 20, yeah.
What do you do?
20?
Well, first thing I do, it's probably 50. But
You put a little.
first thing I do, get in there, and I give my crack a good scrub.
First thing crack, huh?
First thing crack.
You start with that?
Start with that. Then
Okay.
I rest.
You, you sit for a bit?
Rest bother. 15 deep
Chill.
breath.
So I like to do the hand on the tile, just let the water wash over me for a little bit.
Drink a beer.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those.
Pose for a picture.
No, just like a contemplation, Paul.
Yeah, well, that
I like-
shower could be a place of contemplation.
I
too.
like to contemplate in the shower.
I will
So
say, after that poop extravaganza, I definitely took a pretty long shower.
Oh,
Yeah,
if
you
I
should
was
take
you, I would have scrubbed myself 18 times. After
Yeah,
I've had
Yeah.
Jasmine break out the pressure washer. and-
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but I'd like to contemplate for a minute. Get it's my meditation every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go in with the scrubby.
Yeah.
Then after the scrubby, I go in with the bar of soap.
Oh, you
that-
double it up?
I double it up.
Yeah, you're going in. You're going deep.
So I use a
Yeah.
scrubby, but then I double up the sensitive areas with the soap.
Really?
Superfluous. I just think it seems
Wow, Fouad, I didn't know that about you.
What do you mean superfluous? Why?
it just seems unnecessary. You scrub your whole body, then you soap your whole body.
I'll tell you
So,
why. I'll tell you
What
why.
areas?
I'll tell you
Well,
why.
let's hear it.
Because
Let's hear it.
the scrub with the body lotion leaves a
Film.
film almost.
It
Like,
can.
leaves
Why don't you get? Why don't you
But
get?
that's moist. That's the built-in moisturizer,
I don't
Fouad.
I don't like the moisturizer on certain
I do.
areas. No, certain areas I don't want moisturized.
Where?
So after I
Mhm.
go over with the scrubby and the moisturizing soap, I
Mhm.
get the bar of soap and I go over to the sensitive areas, which are the genitals, under the armpits,
or
that
any
kind of thing.
orifice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any sensitive
Folds.
area. Go in there with the bar of soap and they make it nice and squeaky clean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
love that.
I
You
just
love
use the
that.
Mrs. Vag. She's got the Vag soap, innit? I just nick a bit of that for the
Douche.
coffee.
Vag soap.
You douche your asshole.
Douche your arsehole.
What do you mean you you use the douche soap?
No, who's using douche soap?
You said the
Yeah.
Yeah, I said-
what is this vaginal soap you speak of?
Yeah,
It's a
Yannick
water.
has,
Is it
Yannick has
vaginal
like this.
soap?
Yeah, you get like pH balanced vaginal soap because pussies are a bit more delicate than cocks.
Yeah.
So their pH.
I've
has
heard
to
that
be
about
more-
pussies.
Yeah, their pussies need to be kept more pH balanced. Let's say.
Yeah.
So I get the pH balance on the rocket.
Well, what does that do? Because it's
Really?
you don't need the pH
Gives me good.
balance.
Gives me good pH balance.
Yeah, but you don't need the pH balance on your dick because your dick's not an orifice.
But I quite like the pH balance. It makes me feel good. makes me feel. Makes me feel like I've done.
Extra fresh.
Yeah, and it is. It doesn't. It is different than other soaps that can kind of sting a bit. You know, like some soaps have like a bit of a, whereas
Yeah.
this one specifically is gentle for the genitalia.
Really?
So you guys are 3 to 5 minutes. What the fuck?
Oh,
do you mean
yeah.
3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5
will
minutes
say-
is like I walked in and walked
Yeah,
out.
but we don't lean on the wall like you do.
Yeah. I don't do any contemplation in there.
I'll start. I wash my hair. I wash my face.
I didn't
rinse
say I,
literally-
I didn't say I
you literally
posed for a
just
photo.
You definitely pose for a photo. There's no denying.
It's
But,
five,
yeah,
five minutes, 5 minutes is a fair amount of time.
I think so for a minute.
No,
Absolutely. Oh yes.
Unless
I
you're doing
just-
some grooming.
10
You-
minutes.
you
10
can't
minutes
scrub-
minimum.
That's ridiculous. You can clean your whole body and your hair and your face and your sensitive areas in 5 minutes.
But I enjoy
I enjoy it too. So there are times that I'm like, this feels fucking great. I'm gonna hang.
See, I don't really enjoy it. That's why I don't take long.
I don't enjoy the shower.
When you enjoy the shower, Justin, how long are you in there?
I can do 10 minutes for sure. But anything more than that, I'm like, fucking, I can
see. If I want to enjoy, I use a bath.
Yeah,
I do.
Justin, sorry.
Okay, I do baths sometimes. If you're in the bath or the bath, if you're in the bath, how long are you in the bath for?
I can be in a bath for like fucking 30 minutes if I want.
Dude, I've been in there.
But Justin was saying something and I interrupted, so I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Now I want to hear about your bath time. Bath time.
Bath time's not even like, I don't even necessarily have a bath when I want to get clean. I just have a bath when I want to chill the fuck out.
Right.
Relax.
I don't think getting in a bath dirty and hanging out in your own.
No,
it's not really the clean option, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
I've even masturbated in the bath and it's ended up in there with me. You know?
I can't do it because then you spray. All your shit's in the bath when you're done.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it under the water? Or are you like getting?
You got to do that.
You don't do it under the water, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to raise yourself. You can sit on your other wrist, so you get a little bit of a wedge.
Sit on.
So you got like
why don't you just
a little bit of elevation.
Shampoo bottles underneath your butt.
Why don't you just sit on the edge of the tub?
Nah.
Oh, then that's not. Yeah.
You want to be relaxed and submerged in it.
But how are you relaxed if you're sitting on your fist?
Because this is quite comfy underwater because your body doesn't weigh as much.
Your hand goes numb, your shoulders cranked. Can you imagine the size of James?
Just walk in and see me doing that.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
All right, mate. Yeah, no, I've done it a couple of times, but then I have showered after because you can't just sit in your spunk.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. Even after I take a bath, when I don't jerk off in the bath, which normally I don't, I still take a bath after or a shower after.
Yeah, you step and rinse.
Yeah.
The bath. It's not really. It doesn't really clean you very well, does it?
No. Paul used to rip on me because he'd call me like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm in the bath."
Yeah.
I love it. After a fucking training session.
Well, yeah, if it's after like, if you got like a
not because it's therapeutic, it just feels good to relax.
I'm usually coming home from training. I usually train late, like 6, and then I trained about 8 p.m. and I'm home and I'm eating a meal, then I'm showering, I'm eating again, I'm getting my ass to bed. So I don't really have a whole lot of time in the evening.
Yeah,
but don't you shower in the morning?
Yeah, I usually shower after my cardio. So like I'll do morning cardio, shower, start my day. But both times, both scenarios, I don't feel like I have a whole lot of time to just. Yeah,
it's a luxury. Yeah. It's like you have to have like a time aside. Like you have to have a rest day for that fucking happen.
Yeah.
So 3 to 5 minutes, I'm in and out.
Yeah.
Me too. Remember, Fouad, I got a full house here, so.
And I also think you're the kind of guy that needs that.
This motherfucking guy. You guys don't even work.
Who?
Look at Paul. Let's all be honest here, okay? You guys are all full of shit. Oh, I'm so busy.
Oh my God.
Paul takes the day off whenever the fuck he pleases. James is a professional bodybuilder, works from home.
I didn't say I was busy.
Justin owns his own business and people work for him. He barely goes to the fucking office.
I know.
If he goes whenever he wants.
Here I am at noon.
So now your guys are all like, I can't spare an extra 5 minutes in the shower. Fuck you guys.
What I'd give to have the time.
I know, right?
I just sit here. This is the problem. Like I have the option of like to have a longer shower or sit here with my feet up on the bed in front of me and just look at stuff on here.
I know there's something about being under the water that makes me feel good. So I take an extra 5 minutes. Maybe I'm a little fucked up that way.
No, that's fair enough.
If you like it.
All right. Anyway,
you like what you like.
Yeah.
Let's do some questions.
Yeah. For the people.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about the people. We weren't even interested, were we?
To Fouad, with your best package ever, where do you think you'd place at this year's Olympia? I'm not going to answer that.
Bro, it's 32 people already in the Olympia. It's fucked. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's another 3 to like qualify, and there's gonna be 35 people.
Paul,
jeez,
Paul, you saw my physique in its prime, and you know what guys are competing today, and you're a professional judge. Where do you think I'd place? Don't be my friend. Just be head honest.
Who was 10th last year? Justin Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Who was Ian was what?
But Justin Rodriguez is not going to be 10th this year.
No. I got to go by last year's lineup, though, right? I got to go by last year's lineup.
No, you got to go by who's competing this year.
Well, I'm not. I don't know what everyone's going to look like coming into the show.
Assuming everybody's 100%.
Okay, so we have last year's lineup plus,
Andrew, Samson, Derek.
Jesus.
Fucking.
You wouldn't do too well, Fouad. I love you. But,
I can fucking say it, dude.
You think you'd be top 15?
I think
that'd be nice.
I think
you'd be in the. I think you'd be between 10 and 15.
I think I'd be in the top 15. I don't think I'd be in the top 10.
I think between 10 and 15.
Yeah, I think that's
being honest.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's with Lunsford, everyone like that in the lineup too, plus last year's top 5.
Listen,
boys, that's why I'm like chuffed to be there.
Yeah.
Dude, that doesn't hurt my feelings at all, man. This lineup is fucking insane.
This is probably the best one I've seen, I think.
Well, I don't know if it's the best. Like me and
deep wise.
Jose was on. No, well, this is the thing. I was asking Jose this exact question on the last podcast. I said, do you think this lineup would beat any other lineup if you took all 10 guys?
Yeah.
So like if you took the top 10 from like any other year and put them against the top 10 from this year, would the top 10 from this year beat any other top 10?
I wouldn't say so.
And James, Justin said, I think he said 2002 or 2003, he thinks was deeper.
Okay.
3 was deep. That's when obviously Coleman was gigantic,
or I think he might have said 2001. Anyway, somewhere in there, he said because you had like Dennis James and Dennis Wolf and like
Dennis Scott.
Lavroni was still there.
Lavroni was still there, and you had Lee Priest still was competing. Like you had
it's hard to say, really.
It is hard.
The physiques are different now.
Yeah.
It's like when you talk about greatest ever, like in different sports, it's so hard to compare eras.
I agree.
Sorry, guys. Throw out some proper spotting techniques people could learn from. How do you guys like to be spotted for overhead pressing or leg press?
I prefer to spot from an elbow.
Yeah, I never like
what exercise.
Like the wrist.
That's the worst.
I prefer barbell if you're using a barbell exercise.
Like what, Paula? What are you talking about?
Like if you're doing an incline bench. Incline bench, for example. Like in that situation, I wouldn't spot you from the elbows.
Never.
But for the dumbbell press, for sure.
What about Smith?
Smith, I would go bar myself.
I still go bar too. Yeah. Why you go elbows, James?
No, I probably would go bar because it makes it easier for the spotter.
Yeah.
Well, so I feel like sometimes when I'm doing elbows, depending on the movement, like obviously if you're doing dumbbell press, I think elbows is easiest. Obviously, you're not going to do wrists like Justin said.
Yeah.
People do it. People try to spot. Fucking grab my wrist.
That's a horrible fucking idea.
That's the worst. Yeah.
No, always spot elbows on dumbbells. But I think on the Smith machine, I feel like I can gauge the amount of pressure I'm giving
over the top.
Right.
Better than if I was holding their elbows.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a fair call. I think so. Like, let's say bar, you go for bar.
Yeah.
Dumbbell, you go elbow and then anything else, you're just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else we could think of. I mean, like if we're talking about cable machines, me and Paul always spot from the ball, the cable, from the ball and the cable. Yeah.
That works.
What about like well, there's only one way to really spot a squat, isn't there? You just literally wrap yourself around the bastard and give him a lift.
I always go with the
if it's Smith.
I always go with the insides of my forearms, like on
the armpit.
Under the armpit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people spot from the bar though, and that's a big mistake on a squat.
I don't think that's a good idea because you're gonna push the guy forward or back or like
And if he can't get anywhere, what are you gonna do?
I see guys doing like a set of 12 on squats, and I see their partner wrapped around them for fucking 12 reps. Like,
get
the fuck out of there.
A guy did that to me once. I forget who it was spotting me, and he wrapped his arms like right around me.
One more.
I'm like, you can just use your arms, dude. You don't gotta like go.
He definitely wanted to nibble your ears.
The best spot. Remember Fouad? Remember the at Central they used to have that hammer strength lying press, chest press. It's like a dumbbell press.
Yeah. I
remember one day a long time when we were leaving there.
Over it.
The guy was like straddling his buddy, like teabagging him, spotting him that way. It was one of the funniest things I've seen.
From the front.
From the front.
Ooh.
Like sitting on him.
Yeah. Yeah, because that one's like kind of a hard one to spot. You can spot from the side and kind of just reach
That's
over.
all you could do.
I know the one you're on about, the flat hammer.
Yeah.
It's awkward from the side, but I would never straddle Paul. And
I just like there's some machines I'm like, I don't spot on that.
He's talking about this one.
Yeah.
So the guy
you just
from the side.
Yeah, you just, to be fair, just let someone fail on that.
Yeah, fuck it. It's safe.
We do that too, man. Sometimes me and Paul are just like, look, you're on your own.
Like, there are some machines that just like don't even just stay the fuck away.
It's a little bit different, obviously, we're in the gym and there's an attractive lady nearby and I need a spot.
In that case, I'm like, straddle me, make her jealous.
I'm like, baby, please come give this a lift.
I'm 27 and I own a fairly successful engineering business. I'm also an online coach. Often I want to give up my career in business and engineering and give bodybuilding all I've got as professionals.
Oh, no.
Wait. As professionals in this sport, was there ever a time you decided to drop everything and chase your passion?
You did, Fouad.
Yeah,
Well,
but
sort of.
he didn't have a successful engineering.
How did I drop my? What do you mean, Paul?
Well, I mean, you weren't in school, but like you were building up your career. You know, you're starting to. I think at the time you're doing sales.
Yeah, but I wasn't a. I mean, that's a job. It's not a career. Like
No.
if you're
This
a
guy's
fucking,
got,
if you're an engineer, that means you've gone to school for a long time. You've like
Yeah.
really like you got a good job. Like it's a career, not a job, right?
Yeah, but he owns his own business, his own engineering.
yeah. Like, I think what people need to realize sometimes as well is that whatever you've put your energies and efforts into, that same questioning of it, we also have in what we've put our energies into. So even so for the bodybuilding, for example, if it is all that we've done, we still have times where we're like, I wonder if I should have done something else. Yeah. So you're just feeling that way about what you do because that is normal. But like we wouldn't walk away from bodybuilding because we've already been established.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise walking away from what you've established.
Yeah. I'll say
that's
this.
a really good point.
There's plenty of times where I wish all I was doing is bodybuilding. But I also look back at the years that I spent building that business and what a fucking waste it'd be to walk away from something like that. Just like walking away from bodybuilding, the investment. We all got 10 years into this.
Yeah.
Assuming he has 10 plus into that business. So to piss that away just for bodybuilding, I think you just need to find a better way to manage your day and manage those things because it can be done. There's plenty of people.
You show that.
I have a couple thoughts about it. James brings up a really, really good point. There are many days where I was like, man, if I invested all of this time into fucking literally anything else, I would be a professional at that other thing as well. But then I also think so in that regard, I see what James is saying, and like,
but
you kind of always want something else? It
could you mentally get there if you weren't as passionate about it though? The reason we invest as much because we fucking love this and it doesn't feel like it.
But that's what he's saying is he loves bodybuilding, so maybe he doesn't want to do his regular gig. But what I'm saying is maybe he loves bodybuilding because he doesn't feel the grind.
Yeah.
Like when you're
when it's all you are.
Yeah, when you're making money somewhere else and you're doing bodybuilding for fun, it's different than trying to make money bodybuilding.
Sure.
Right? Because when you're trying to make money bodybuilding and you're trying to get a YouTube channel going, you're trying to get clientele going, you're trying to get sponsorship contracts, it's a fucking grind every single day. And not that this guy's not grinding in engineering, but what I'm saying is when bodybuilding becomes a grind, then maybe it doesn't become so attractive. Now you're like, wait a minute, this is just as much work as my engineering job was. Maybe I should have kept my engineering gig and kept bodybuilding as a fun.
Well, and what about all the psychological issues that come with it? Like you've said before, where when it's all you are and you've got a certain level of stock in it and then you have a bad result, like all the redemption arcs that you go through of trying to prove yourself again and sponsors losing faith in you or blah, blah, blah. Like when this is all you have, the severity of those emotions and feelings is such a height. Like you probably are feeling with your business right now, this gentleman.
Yeah.
So you won't get rid of those feelings. They'll just be present in another thing.
You'll replace them. Yeah. The other caveat, just to give a flip side of the argument, John was very, very successful in banking.
He was in Chase, wasn't he?
He was in Chase. He was doing. He did very well. He was very loved by everybody he worked with, and all of that. And he left his pretty lucrative banking job to become a coach. And
listen.
I'm not. John's 1 in a million. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but listen, John built his coaching business. John was monetizing his YouTube channel. John built everything to where he got to a point where he could walk away.
You're right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I could potentially build this bodybuilding career of mine to a point where I'm like, you know what, I'm not growing weed anymore. But it doesn't mean I quit growing weed. And I'm like, well, now I'm gonna build this bodybuilding career and try to.
Yeah.
You know, you can navigate both to a point where you're like, hey, it makes more sense to continue to allocate more energy into this, and then you shift your focus. But for now.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I just wanted to give a flip side of the argument.
Sure.
But you're right, Justin. I would build up, if you were going to do that, you would build up the one before you left the other.
Yeah. Start your YouTube channel. Continue to pursue bodybuilding.
Yeah. There's certain measures you can put in place and you should put in place, definitely.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, you'll value what you create on the back end of that so much more if you did it while you were running your other business. While you're running your business and continue to build this, there's so much more value in that than abandoning and rebuilding, in my opinion.
Yeah, it would be hard for me to push somebody to quit an engineering job to do bodybuilding or coaching.
I wouldn't advise anyone walking away from something they're successful at.
Yeah.
If you can integrate if you can somehow manage the two, best of both worlds. But I don't think
maybe the guy's fucking miserable.
Yeah, well, yeah, if he hates it.
He hates what he's doing.
Well, if it's at
But
a
even
point
then-
where you contemplate this, I've had enough of everything, because sometimes people get to the point where they don't want even to live anymore. Like
Yeah.
if you're that, then anything you do is better than
But
that option. You have to do what's right for you.
You have to remember, though, the grass always seems greener on the other side, right?
For sure.
It does.
So
But sometimes people need to see it themselves, don't they?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if we can give any,
Yeah, like
if we can
But
give
did
it,
he's-
if we can give a look into the bodybuilding world for a minute to somebody who's not in it, you may hate your fucking engineering job and think it sucks balls because, like I said, you're not grinding in this life yet.
Yeah.
But, like, if you asked, like, being a coach and getting a bunch of clients is not easy. If you ask Ben how it is, like, dealing with clients, getting clients, like,
Takes time.
talking to them on a daily basis, like having your phone blown up all the time, like, it's not an easy fucking gig. If you're coaching like 5 people and you're having a great time, that's not the same thing as coaching 50 or 100
Yeah.
people.
For sure. Did he say if he's like got a wife and kids or anything for it, or if he's just a
Right.
single
I
guy?
would say that is an important caveat as well.
Yeah, because he's got other people he's responsible for. Then obviously,
That's a big difference too.
yeah.
I just this is going to sound really shitty, but I think of it as like a guy who's cheating on his wife.
What do you mean?
Well, your wife.
Love it. Let's go.
No, just hear me out for a second. The affair the guy's having, that woman always seems better because there's no fucking responsibilities.
Because you don't live with her.
She's the fun one he meets on the
Don't live with
weekend.
her. She doesn't
No, for real.
sports.
He's the one that he has all the fun with. He meets her on
Yeah.
the weekend for a minute, and then he fucking leaves and goes back to his wife. His wife is
Yeah.
the one he's responsible to, and he has to like pay bills with, and like has to take
Yeah.
care of, and like
Yeah.
so he always sees the affair girl, the mistress, as being the better option.
Right.
Then the guy leaves, goes to the mistress, and 5 years later ends up being in the exact same place.
Yep. I'm sure lots of
Right?
guys have done that.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying it's the same kind of thing. You're in this engineering job, you're doing the bodybuilding thing for fun. The bodybuilding thing seems great because you're like, it's part-time, it's not too serious.
Yeah.
But then you leave your engineering job and now you're like, oh fuck, this thing is just as hard as my engineering gig was. I just never realized it because I wasn't fully invested.
I
Or you
get the same lazy blowjobs I got with.
Say bitch it every day.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about this.
Yeah.
Is that a bad analogy? Have you guys not?
No,
seen
it's actually it's
No,
a good.
not at all.
I've seen guys go through that where they've had
Yeah.
like a mistress and been like, I'm gonna leave my wife for the mistress. I'm like, dude,
You
that
see it all the
girl's-
time.
Yeah, like okay.
Yeah.
And then, plus with bodybuilding, you're only one injury away from your career ending too. In
Well, this guy,
engineering.
I think he's talking more about coaching, so I don't know.
Oh.
If
He
he's
says
saying
he says he's already coaching.
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
I know people that have made that transition
which one's that? The woman thing?
from having a full-time, from a
Oh, you mean from the job?
full-time
Yeah.
secure job to a coaching thing. There's actually a lady in my gym who worked in banking, and she left her job originally and then went into coaching, but then it didn't really work out. But then she went back to a job, and then she got a spike in her clients and stuff, and then she's actually left banking again and seems to be doing well. But it's just the sustainability of it's what I question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
security of it.
If you have
Yeah.
a good platform, maybe a good social media following, some credentials, some accolades in the sport that you can draw in clientele,
Well,
then
also,
one thing. But I think work on creating that for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Once you
Also-
built it like John did, you can take
Right.
that chance.
John knew when he left he was going to be just fucking fine.
Right.
That's what I mean. He created
Otherwise,
a whole
he wouldn't have-
mountain. Yeah, he created Mountain Dog Diet. Like he created a whole.
Dude, that guy had for 20 fucking years was on forums and
Yeah, like
that guy was
this is
building
all.
his-
This is all grind. This is all graft to be able to be in
did that
position.
while he was banking
Yes.
you have,
and
to make,
raising a family. And
you have to make sure you love coaching too.
Yeah.
Or whatever aspect about like really love it, because I coached from probably age 23 to probably age 35 or 36.
Mm.
And I was done. I was like, I'm burnt out. I can't coach anymore. I don't have the patience or the
For that.
time or whatever it is. I just can't. So it's like James said, sustainability. Are you going to love this bodybuilding thing because it's new? And after 5 years, you're going to be like, oh, fuck, this sucks. I didn't realize how mundane it can be.
but also in 1 month you can lose 7 clients and there goes a couple grand.
Yeah. Well, we talked about before, if we had like everyone loves bodybuilding for 2 years, but like,
We have
10
talked
years
about that
in,
many times. Remember?
10 years in, how many are left?
You know remember how many people we've seen come and go where they're
Yeah.
like, people will show up and you'd be like, oh, that guy's going to be a great pro. And then like Paul would say to me, well, just wait, life happens.
Oh yeah, look, where's
Yeah.
guys like Mark Alversey now?
Yeah, Mark.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he was one of
Like these guys,
back
when I was coming up, like there was these guys that were like,
remember Trey Brewer?
Trey Brewer.
Trey Brewer. People were like, this guy's going to be the next Mr. Olympia, and he was gone.
Yeah.
Not everyone's got the mental
staying power.
fortitude.
Yeah.
You can have the physical genetics components, of course, to be a good bodybuilder, but the sustainability, the power to want to remain doing this and to endure it is a completely different genetic component.
I've got so many friends who became huge, they even competed. They become huge bodybuilding fans for a couple of years, and then after then they're gone.
Well, and just so people don't think we're fucking pumping our own tires, it's not about how difficult bodybuilding is. Not that it can't be, but I'm saying, to me, it's more about the mundane, repetitive, monotonous grind that you just have to put in day after day after day, and not everybody can do that. People get bored.
This is why I said
you have to.
And you do have to, and this is why I said. Someone asked me on a Q&A, like, when you say the word bodybuilding, what does it mean to you? I just said it's a way of life. It's like an existence. It's an existence. Because when you choose to be a bodybuilder, your existence from that point forward actually then has to become something slightly other. Yeah. If you wish to be an actual bodybuilder, like there's people, you can argue you're a bodybuilder if you do it for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, like a bodybuilder that's seen, a few decades of this graft and actually got something from it. Your life has to be lived in a way that is specifically set in order to achieve that.
Yeah. I think it's a healthy thing too for some.
I do, because we choose to do it because we want to be in control of ourselves. We want to be able to make, healthy decisions. We want to be organized. Like we get into bodybuilding because of a lot of what it entails, which is that kind of accountability.
Right.
Wait a minute. What exactly is the healthy part? The fact that we can control what we're doing?
Having something in your life that you always come back to, that you've always been passionate about from day one, and you always will be.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I think it's very important. I don't think enough people have that.
But I think also there's a flip side to that argument, Paul, because I have to always give the second side.
Yeah.
The flip side is a bit of a problem.
The flip side to that is people would say you're too obsessed, and your life revolves around this one thing.
For sure,
and that's not healthy.
I get there's a balance. There's a balance for sure, but I think I'd rather have someone.
Well, but what there's always some purpose in your day.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have anything going on. I know that if I nail all my meals and I'm training later, I do my cardio, I'm progressing, I have an end goal. Or even if I don't have an end goal in mind, I know that every single day I can get a little bit closer to something. And I think that is healthy for people to be able to adhere to something that keeps them moving.
Yeah. And I think you're always directed by something. It's not like you're directionless in life.
Sometimes I do. There's something I was going to say specifically. Like sometimes I wish. Shit, how was I going to word this? It? Yeah, I think I've lost it.
Sorry.
That's all right. Of course, my fault because I didn't press the buzzer.
We're all going on, so we must have talked over you. Sorry, James. But I was going to say...
I probably will remember in a minute. Don't worry.
I was going to say, but people have direction. They don't need bodybuilding for direction. They have
no, it doesn't have to be bodybuilding.
They have their kids. They have their job. They have their...
But having something for yourself that you're passionate about, though.
Right. Sorry. What I was going to say is sometimes I think that there's two sides of everyone. Like me as a human, sometimes I do look at myself and wish that I didn't have this safety net below me, which is bodybuilding that I can always retreat to. Because it's comfort and it's security and I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes I wonder what life would be if you were someone that's able to not be too...
Yeah, but you would just fill that void with something else, James.
I don't know. That's what I wonder. But I wonder, like, if you didn't have that thing you retreat to, and if you're always moving in a direction. Obviously, in bodybuilding, you're always moving in a direction within bodybuilding. But sometimes I'm like, humans have such possibility to be so many things.
But I think
maybe if you do too many things, though, would you ever become anything? Because it's like, say, jack of all
trades, master of none.
Yeah. I suppose that's the only thing. Like, as being a bodybuilder for such a long time, I sometimes wonder. Just the curiosity is like, what else could I have seen and done if I didn't rely on feeling secure?
We've talked about that before. Fouad.
Well, I mean, there's different ways to look at life. I think, like my brother, for example, he owns a business where they sell gloves, safety gloves to Ford, Chrysler, GM.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not where he gets his passion or fulfillment in life comes from that, right? That's where he makes his money.
Yeah.
And then with that money, he goes and does all the other things you're talking about, James. Traveling and hobbies and golfing or driving fast cars, or whatever the fuck he might be doing. So I think, but everybody has to have that home base, right?
Yeah.
Yours happens to be bodybuilding. I think if it wasn't bodybuilding, it would be something else. You would have something else there. And then I think from there you spring off into like the inline skating or the gaming or the, all these other things. But I don't think you can, I don't think anybody, well, I shouldn't say anybody. I'm sure some people do, but I don't think I could ever live a life where I just had nothing grounding me.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine that.
Because I'll tell you, the biggest challenge for me after retirement was not having that thing. Like you're talking about not having that safety net. When I retired, I was like, fuck, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I don't have that thing anymore. That's like my purpose for waking up.
Imagine this. Imagine like if I was to propose this to you, if I said you just take a camera with you and film whatever you do for the rest of your life, and it's going to make you plentiful money. I bet you will no longer probably train because you're going to be too busy traveling and doing stuff. Would you do it?
Train?
I think I would be unhappy.
Do you? Okay, that's cool. That's why
I honestly think wait a minute. Let me see if I can figure out what you're saying. First of all, having a camera on me, I get extremely annoyed.
But I mean, like, whether you could have someone film you or you film yourself, as long as you're putting out content on YouTube, for example, 2-3 times a week. If you were getting like crazy views, like some of these guys like PewDiePie,
and you were making a lot of money, and you
what do you think? How would you feel with that existence, where you don't actually have to be anywhere? Is that still not grounded enough?
A travel vlog.
Okay, wait a minute. I have a question. Are you? So this is actually a really good point. Are you struggling for content, or are you just doing whatever you want and it's earning you money?
Whatever you want. So like you could be like, literally, like you go out to somewhere to eat and then people just love watching your shit, so they're gonna watch it.
Okay, I have a really good example. So there's this girl on YouTube that rides her enduro all across North America. Like she rode from Mexico all the way to fucking Alaska and basically videoed, like GoPro'd the whole fucking trip and put out videos all along the way.
Yeah.
And they all get like hundreds of thousands of views. So I know she's probably making good money.
Yeah.
That's probably her job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that fluidity of that job though?
If somebody
do you think that is that a nice existence?
If somebody said to me, you could put a GoPro on your motorcycle and just fucking ride around the United States or wherever and make,
and you'll earn enough views to earn enough money.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm in 100%.
Don't you think you'd be tired of that after a while?
But I would probably, just because I like it, I would probably train at the places I stopped at. Like if I let's say I was driving across the US, I would stop in Indiana, I would train at Nate Epler's gym. I'd stop in Oregon, I'd train with fucking Justin. I would stop in Texas, I would train with Ben. Training would still be part of my life, but I would add this other thing that I love.
You don't think you would get tired of that though? If you had to do that all the time?
No, dude.
No,
I'm like, no, I think it would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I do as well. That's why I brought this up.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool to do it for a while, but
I'm not saying for the, I don't know, maybe not for the rest of my life, but I don't see what would be wrong with it. Like, how could that be not like, listen, Paul, it's different for you. You have 2 kids.
Well,
you want to be home. You're going to miss them. I don't have any kids. So if I want to fuck off with my wife and drive around the country.
Yeah, but I'm kind of a homebody even before I had kids.
I'm a homebody, but I do think the allure of seeing different cultures and learning and seeing things could outweigh my homebody.
I mean, look, I'm like James, because this is the whole reason I was looking into campers. Because I want to buy a camper. I want to take my wife and my dog and just fucking drive across the one corner of the country to another and just
if you're doing it with your wife and that, you got someone to share the experience with, I guess it'd be cool. I was kind of in my head, I was thinking of doing that solo. I don't know if I would like it solo.
The bike thing I could do solo because it's a kind of a different experience and it wouldn't be for the rest of my life. But traveling with my wife,
that's different, yeah.
And either in a camper or stopping at different hotels or whatever the fuck it is, or like, I think that would be fucking amazing.
I think
people do it and they make a living. There's a whole bunch of YouTube channels of guys just riding around the country and videotaping their shit, getting tons of views.
Or people retire and buy boats and stay on the water.
There's another. James is right. There's another example. I thought of at one point. I was gonna like drive around to different bodybuilders where they lived and do cars. You know how they do cars and coffee? Jerry Seinfeld does cars and coffee. I was going to do cars and bodybuilding.
Be so good.
Go and check out guy what guys are driving, because all bodybuilders are usually car enthusiasts of some sort.
Show their cribs.
Talk about their cars, see where they live, go fucking for a training session, maybe a bite to eat.
So when I'm having this conversation, I find
excited.
that very yes.
Me too.
But it just shows like I don't know, like excitement seems for me to be the compass of truth. You know, whatever excites you, I feel like is where sometimes you should pursue that within reason, obviously, because you could do something really silly because it excites you. But I don't know. I just wonder if we all acted, like I say, this question arises because I was like wondering if we all acted off our compass towards, you know, that feeling of, I don't know what the feeling is.
You're saying if you let your excitement steer your life, where would you end up?
Where would you be and what would you have and what could be created?
I think the problem with that is when you have responsibilities like a wife and a business and a podcast and you know, in your own situation, a wife or a girlfriend, whatever.
Oh, man, I'll be gone.
And you have bodybuilding and you have sponsorships and you have contracts and all these things. It makes it harder just to like throw your hands in the air and chase excitement.
It does. That's why I say we live in this time where the camera, it sounds so strange, but just by having a freaking camera on you and a laptop being uploaded to a channel, you can create so much opportunity just from existing as you do already, but making sure that it's being shown to an audience.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
It's really intriguing, and you're a popular person already. Like you're already.
I think if Fouad decided that he was going to take,
I'd watch it. I would be more likely. I would be more likely to watch
weekly, two vlogs a week of you riding your motorcycle across the country. You would kill.
I would be more likely to watch that than anything that talks about bodybuilding.
You would monetize.
I don't think anybody would watch it, but okay.
No, really? They would because they like
Fouad.
Yeah, if you guys are watching, comment below, because honestly, I'm driving. So James, you weren't on yet when we were talking about this, but I'm driving to Indiana, or I don't know if you were yet. I'm driving. I'm driving to Indiana and then to Bend. So I told you that. But I'm taking my bikes. So I thought about just vlogging the whole trip.
Do it.
Of course.
Do it.
So maybe
not just for the people,
but test run.
For you. It's shit to look back.
It's both, isn't it? You can always look back here. You can make money doing it, and it's for your own memories.
And it can feature me, and people will love that.
I'll watch your house, Fouad.
Well, no, I'm going for sure. It's just whether I videotape the whole thing or not is going to be the question.
I would love to tune in. I would love to tune in with like you doing like a
especially
diary. If you like vlogged it, like diaried it. So like today's March to blah blah blah. It's 7 a.m. Today's plan. I'm going to go and see this and that. Yeah, we're just stopping off at a coffee at this diner. Catch you in a few hours. Blah blah blah. Just like little short vlog videos daily. That'd be so good.
Yeah, it would be cool.
But there's one thing to this, James, that maybe it's just me.
Go on.
There was a period of time where I used to set my camera up, and it was more when I lived in Toronto, Paul, so you didn't experience it as much, but there's a period of time where I used to set my camera up all the fucking time in the gym or all the time. And then there was a time where I started doing vlogs for YouTube and stuff. And I've almost become the opposite now, where I'm like, Paul, how often do you see me set up my camera in the gym?
Oh, it's pretty rare these days.
Like I've almost become like somebody who wants to experience life just through my own eyes.
I know
for your own reasons.
And I do get that, because it's like when you see someone at a concert and they're filming and they're like,
I'm like, you're not watching a concert, man.
I do feel that, but that's why I think it's important to have someone with you who doesn't mind maybe perhaps filming.
Yeah. Oh, there's the rice. You ever tried the coconut?
That's nice, the coconut one.
I like
that's
the
one. I like the basmati one, but that's the one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they do so many good flavors to me.
They do.
It's only like a gram of fat or something like that. It's like 1 minute in the microwave and it's done.
2 minutes.
So it's a little bit of sunflower oil in the pack. That's all it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, normally. But yeah, interesting. Anyway, I just thought that was something worth just briefly going over.
James, so think this is going to sound, I don't know, whatever. I don't care. So driving across the country on a motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
It feels like an alone thing to do.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm doing it and I got a guy with a camera on another bike and he's following me
on a sidecar.
It kind of takes the like
I know what you said.
It kind of takes the whole like
purpose
I'm doing this by myself thing out of it, right? So like I got this camera guy with me.
Kind of lose the outlaw vibe.
It's not about being an outlaw.
Right. A man alone on the road. Two tires in the road.
I watch a particular gentleman. His name's Chris, and he's called Abroad in Japan. And he's a British guy that's lived there for like 10 years. And he just he's part of my motivation actually, because he just like one day he'll be like, oh, I'm going to go to the snowiest village in Japan. That's what it
yeah,
says.
yeah. I've seen
Goes
these
there.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Like, and I find myself so engaged in those kind of videos. Like, I'm a viewer myself and a fan, so I just watch things that I would like to watch.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's why I'm sometimes with like a content perspective, I'm like, what would I like to create?
Yeah, I have a handful of travel bloggers that I follow.
Yeah.
It's cool as fuck, isn't it?
Yep, and I just watch them travel country to country and think, what the fuck am I doing sitting here eating chicken?
So you're talking about
That's exactly. This guy's brilliant. Honestly, very
3 million subscribers. Jeez.
Yeah.
Really? What's his name?
Look at
His name's Chris, but he's called abroad in Japan. But he's so easy to watch.
500,000 views in 2 days.
2 days ago. Yeah.
There's a couple that I follow on YouTube. It's called they're Kara and Nate.
Okay.
And it's like him and his wife, and they just travel everywhere. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they just video everything.
K-A-R, yeah, Kara and Nate.
There you go. The top of the list. Bam.
And they do lots of shit. It's cool. They
3
go on
million subscribers.
They go on crazy hikes. And
That's what I mean. These guys are like, they're making nice money just living.
yeah,
Just
dude.
travel.
There's going to be some, obviously, listen, there's going to be some stresses. There's going to be things behind closed doors. Nothing's fucking rainbows.
Oh, I wanted to
Right.
buy this.
But these two fucking crush.
Was
I
that
can't
Nissan?
believe they got the thing I wanted.
I want the Earth Roma.
Oh, this thing. Look at this fucking thing.
Oh, look.
Wait, I gotta
They probably didn't even buy it.
look at this. This is you take an F like 450 or something like that,
Wow.
and they convert it into this like end of days fucking
I love that. Earth Roma.
badass
Oh wow.
camper.
That sounds like, carbon.
Let me see. I'm trying to get a full picture of it for you.
Oh, look at the wood finish.
Yeah, dude, it does everything. You can cook in it and shit. It does everything.
Really?
Yeah.
You can live in that thing?
You could fucking live in this thing. Yes.
This is when you do wish the end of the world, like the zombie apocalypse come and you have
Look at this
this.
thing. It's got its own
that'd be
like,
okay.
So,
it's got its own fucking
a hose.
Demonstrating how to use the hose.
Yeah, I saw this thing. Look at it.
wow, look at that.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's,
Someone does that.
that's a Swiss Army knife of any,
It's like 600 grand for this fucking thing.
Wow.
We got to dream big, boys.
One day I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day I want to own
That'd
this
be
thing.
amazing.
I think
If,
sweet.
if any of us could get like 1 million subs on YouTube, it could be possible.
It says 12.1 million views.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
How much money is that, James?
Depends what country you're in and where your adverts are coming from. Your adverts, your rate of pay is determined by where your adverts are reaching. And there's a few things. The UK seems to have quite a good YouTube pays
Look
quite
at the
well.
inside of this thing.
That thing's cherry, dude. That's nice.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that big. No, it's all right. I just didn't realize it was this bloody
It's
big.
like a mortar home.
Oh, it's amazing. Got a
Wow.
toilet. Take a dump back there.
Yeah, it's got a shitter.
Look at that. Your shit doesn't move. Nothing gets all thrown around while you're driving.
Oh, that's
You've
good
got a
idea.
real YouTube name as well, Fouad, because it's not a normal name. Like Fouad Abiad does blah blah blah. It just works. Like you could just say your name and then put it anywhere and it works.
Traveling house.
Fouad Abiad goes to the zoo. It just works. It's not like you'd call John Smith, is it?
I
Like,
got to
it's
tell you,
just-
James, I think these things I'm so jealous all the time when I see these people that like, especially that like, that motorcycle chick, she's like just driving around. And I'm like,
bro, I'm
But there's
I
crazy
was-
stuff. Who had my kids
I-
used to watch this family on YouTube. It's just this fucking family with 3 kids, and they film themselves every day doing stuff. And my kids watch it, and there's like 2 million viewers.
You know the
It's
problem.
not.
Can I tell you the issue though? It sounds easy, but it's not. So when I was doing vlogs and I was doing like a day in the life, you remember I had to bring my camera everywhere.
Yep.
I'd film myself getting in and out of the car because all these little edits that you have to do, right?
Yep.
Film yourself getting in and out of the car, film yourself starting the car,
driving away.
film yourself driving away, then go back and get the camera, then put it back in the car, then
Yeah.
film yourself fucking driving, then film yourself walking into the gym, then film every set. Then it's
It's
like
just too much.
you end up by the end of the day, you have like fucking
It's a
3
job.
hours. You have 3 hours of film.
That you have to edit now.
And you edit.
Down to 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's 15 or 20 minutes now. You cut out, and it takes a long time to fucking edit.
It's a full-time
man.
job.
It's
eh?
a full job.
Yeah.
These guys that, like those people that we just looked at that have 3 million
Yeah.
views. I'm
Yeah.
sure they have people working for them that edit their raw footage.
Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of
Yeah.
them do. But a lot of them do also preempt how they film so that they don't have to over edit. Like what I've heard from people that are very good at filming is that in time you become very aware of what content is fluff and what's not.
What you can
And
use and what you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of end up filming things and then you have very little editing needed because you only filmed the necessary.
Right.
But that's obviously a
Exactly.
skill that takes some time.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I never did enough vlogs to get like.
Yeah, because I think because of a vlog, because a vlog is meant to be quite informal.
Yeah.
you can get away with not having the things that we find cool, like the close up of the fucking license plate saying Hoss. Like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that's something that we learn in time. But I'm fucking like, now I'm like, I'm tempted. I'm like, fuck it. I'm taking next year off. I'm just going to go over to fucking Canada. I'm going to knock on your door one day with a suitcase and say, oi, we're going.
Do it.
And that's it. and then we'll just film a YouTube. We'll have a YouTube fucking channel called James and Fouad do.
James and Fouad travel Canada. Travel North America.
Absolutely.
You
we'll be like fucking Gordon Ramsay and fucking Gino DeCampo when they go for
You won't do it. You're full of shit.
I'm not shook to do it. I will fucking do it. If I've got something to do with it, I'll do it.
Can you ride a motorcycle?
I'll fucking be able to by then.
Okay.
James, I got a motorbike shop just down the road.
Listen, I just said this to Summer yesterday. I was watching some. I was looking up like best roads to ride in Texas because I'm going to Texas.
Yeah.
And I saw these guys driving through Glacier Park in Montana.
Yeah.
And it's like these 3 guys, they're buddies that got bikes, and they fucking jumped on their bikes in California and rode all the way to Montana and were riding through Glacier Park. And they videotaped the whole trip.
Yeah.
And every video has like a couple 100,000 views. And I'm like, man, I wish I had a fucking buddy who had a bike. And now James gonna go because Paul's too scared.
Oh, here I
honestly,
get a fucking bike.
I knew we were coming to this eventually.
I would do it because I want those experiences that I think are bigger than what we already do.
All right, perfect. Get a bike and we'll go, and then we'll pick up.
Dude, you're going to see an Instagram post. You're going to see an Instagram post of me just pass my bike license. Like,
I've listen. I'm waiting. I guarantee I will go in a heartbeat. And Summer will be all for it.
What?
Oh, the wife's. Oh man.
No. The wife's not going to come. She'll be all for like me going.
Oh, okay. I was just kidding. So
listen. We'll allocate a time frame. We're like, we're going to document this, and we're going to have fucking fun.
It's going to take like 3 weeks. You know that, right?
But that's fine. I'll put up 6 months if I have to.
Because what we can do is, if we take Route 66 in the U.S., it goes all the way out to Justin. Oh no, Justin, you're more in Oregon. You're more.
We can do little stop-offs by people and whatnot on the way. Yeah. You know, if we want to go to a gym, eat at some good places.
You know what there is? There's this thing. If you start in Chicago on Route 66, you can actually rent. I think it's like 10 grand or something like that. They give you a bike.
Okay.
So if Justin met us, we could start there and drive cross country.
You ride a bike, Justin?
Yeah, I rode bikes my whole life. That would be amazing.
That would be not only a great thing to watch, but it would be a great thing for you as a human being.
Yeah,
we would talk about that for the rest of our fucking lives. No question.
Remember that time, boys.
Paul, what are you waiting for? Are you gonna get your bike license or what?
Well, I can't get it by that quick. But
what are you talking about? You had it scheduled for like next week or something.
Wait, how quick can you get one? It doesn't take long.
Wait a minute. I gotta wait till the spring now to do it.
You canceled it, you motherfucker.
I gotta wait till the spring for it. There's no riding season left now. I promise you next spring.
This guy. So in June,
there was reasons.
In June we looked at 3-wheelers.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna get a 3-wheeler. And I'm like, I'm gonna get my bike license. I'm gonna get a 3-wheeler. So I got my bike license. I got a motorcycle. He fucking bailed out and kept postponing his license.
I did.
I even bought Summer a 3-wheeler so we could all go riding together.
You can do a Can-Am?
Yeah.
He won't do it though.
I bought one. And then I had to bring it back.
Really?
He did not buy one. He was.
I did. I had to cancel it. Well, I signed the paperwork.
The 3-wheeler. So that is counted as a bike. It's
you need a bike license for it.
James, I'm telling you, it's not the same.
Fucking mob across the country in one of those.
No. I'm just saying, like, what's the easiest method for me to like get at least? Oh well, you want me to have a bike, don't you?
Get a motorcycle. I'm telling you, I don't. It's not because I want you to have one. It's way better than riding a 3-wheeler.
To be fair, I'll keep the black beard as well.
There's nothing like hitting a corner like this.
Yeah, the 3-wheeler is fun. It's like a go-kart. It's like whatever, but it's not as fun.
It's very mundane.
Yeah.
All right.
If you guys wait till the spring, I'll go too.
Well,
we're not going to go now. We got to wait till the spring.
No,
I'll have my license by then. I'll have my license by the spring.
We're going on a Christmas tour.
I got an idea. You can drive the car behind us. That way, if we have to stop.
No, I'm not going to be the guy behind you in the car. I will have my license in the spring too.
Why? It'll still be fun.
You know what?
It'll be fun for sure, but
everywhere we stop, you're going to stop with us. It's not like
but I'm like the pussy in the car. I gotta go ride a bike,
We should just do more live podcasts, man. That shit was so much fun.
When we're all together, you mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it in Vegas, aren't we?
Maybe.
Yeah, is that happening? Maybe
in Vegas. I don't know.
But regardless, like actual events. I think the only like that event did good. Well, there's almost 200 people there, but it was fucking Father's Day, dude. What an oversight.
It's not about doing them; it's about people paying for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right? Do people want to pay to have 8 guys come out? Can they afford it? Right?
Yeah, I think they do. They would.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, all right. Let's do. We're almost done. Let's do like 1 or 2 questions, and we'll go. Just because we didn't really do any.
We're too busy talking about our dreams.
And pooping our pants.
Really, I'm. You know what? Can I? What honestly, what makes me happy though is I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels this way.
I felt this way
I
for
thought-
about a year.
I thought I was the only one that thought these things.
What, do you
Road
want to
trip.
travel the world? And you want to
Not just travel the world. I mean, everybody says they want to travel the world.
some
I mean, like,
wandering vagabond?
I mean, a more specific, like,
Mhm.
I want to go from this place to this place on a motorcycle. I want to do it
Do you
this
know
day.
do you know, all I think it takes, is someone to be the leading cop. You know, like I think once one person takes the action, we all take, because I feel like I'm just waiting for someone to sign the dotted line and do something, because then I will do anything if someone else is in for it.
Okay, I'll set it up then.
You know,
Mhm.
Just get your bike
Oh, yeah.
license, and I'll set
If
it up.
you said you were doing it and you asked if I was coming, I'd fucking
Yeah.
be there.
All right, I'll remember that. I'm taking both my bikes down to Texas so Ben can ride with me.
I'm riding with you.
Okay, well, there's going to be 2 bikes, so you guys can take turns riding.
I'm getting on back with Ben. Like,
so
Yeah, you could ride
Phil,
both.
do WhatsApp me the dates you're doing Texas anyway, just out of curiosity, because I could possibly see what I can do.
Okay, November 8th.
no,
It's like-
November 14th. 14th is the Monday.
Yeah, 1 second. Here, James. Calendar.
Cheers, man. Oh,
Oh, so you still have what 2 bikes do you have?
I have the lowrider and the road glide.
Oh, okay, you didn't.
If the trailer was big enough, I would bring the fucking Riker, and then we could all ride together. Like all three of us could go.
You got rid of the 600 though.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
Honda, yeah.
Yeah.
James. So I'm going here
okay.
on the 8th.
Yeah.
I want to stop at Nate Epler's gym in Indiana on the way and train with him on this day. Then I figure by the time I get to Houston, it'll be midnight on the 9th or early morning on the 10th, depending on how long the drive is.
Okay.
Then we're going to shoot some video here and probably for the rest of the week. But Justin was probably going to get in here on the 14th.
Okay. And you're in Houston solidly from that point.
I'm in Houston solidly from here. Probably I'm going to leave either when Justin leaves on the 18th or I'm going to leave on the 20th.
Okay.
Because we have Black Friday coming up. So I need to be back at work.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to leave when Justin leaves. So I'll probably be there for a whole week.
Okay.
So if you can make it, that'd be sweet.
I'll have a serious look. Life's too short to fucking be like a pussy and sit there and be like, man,
Well,
fuck that, man. I need to get a bit more.
not to
even
end
myself.
on a fucking somber note, but I've had a lot of people disappear from my life in the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm like, and honestly, some of them were not much older than I am. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the shit I want to do just in case.
Fouad, I was even thinking when we were just talking about this bike ride, I was getting all excited. Like, part of me is like, obviously, a friend of fucking Luke's, is like thinking, like, one, how happy that would have made Luke, to do something like that, or to at least see his friends do that.
Yeah.
2, I feel like us not getting together is like always a good way to honor him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like when us boys get together and we're bloody and blood out bodybuilders who live the same kind of life as he did, I feel like it just, I don't know, I just feel like it's always, he's still involved.
Yeah, and he's paying homage, man.
Absolutely. And I would even go far as saying that the route we do is the Luke Sando route.
Yeah.
You know,
Listen, I don't
What
disagree.
it
I
is.
mean, for
That's how I
me,
feel.
I feel like, and I think of John. John was
exactly. Yeah.
John was 49 years old. Like I'm 44.
Yeah.
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 Cedric
Bro.
Cedric was 44
Cedric,
years
too.
old.
Yeah.
I was fucking
And then you got, obviously, I'm not funny, you got relations as well, like, mothers have passed.
Man,
Now we got,
my mom was 59, man.
So I'm saying, man, and I always think, every day, Jay, I'm like, shit, like the most important thing we can do is do what would make those people proud of of us, and that's all that fucking matters.
Well, I
That's
just
all that
remember,
fucking matters.
you know, before all these things happened in the last couple of years, I remember for a long time I would say, like, just take for example the motorcycle thing. For the longest time, I would say I want to get a motorcycle. I want to get a motorcycle. And I never fucking did it.
Yeah.
And actually, part of the reason I'm so proud of it that I got it this year was because the things that happen have made me realize that there's not infinite amount of time.
No.
Yeah.
There's going to come one day where I'm not here, and the people around me are going to be like, yeah, he wanted to do this, this, and this. He never got to do it.
Yeah. Then all you got is your memories.
So I want to fucking tick those boxes, man. And not just to tick the boxes. I want to actually experience those boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tick them off and say, fucking man, I lived my life.
Did it, man.
Yeah.
I one thing I rate, is Rhea Gale, who trains at Hunter's Gym. Yeah, she's a friend of mine from here. She
Yeah.
always writes in her posts, no more fear, no more doubt.
Yeah.
And like that resonates like crazy, because the only thing that ever stops us from doing these things is this sense of fear that isn't even fucking real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are we so fucking scared of? Scared of what? Not being in super routine and slightly doing something different on a day.
You know how silly that fear is. So I was just
It's
telling
so silly.
I was telling Justin before you came on the podcast. I'm like anxious about doing this trip because I've never put a trailer on the back of my car.
Yeah.
I've never tied down my bikes. I've never and I'm like, what if something goes wrong? What if the trailer flips off the highway? What if my bikes fall over? What if, it's taking everything in my being to be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going.
Yeah.
I think that's an inherent bodybuilder thing, because there's other people, because honestly, because there's other people out there that like are excited by the fact it's the first time. If I spoke to Yannika's dad, like Yannika's father, about something that he's never done before, normal people are full of excitement to witness something new.
No, I'm excited. I'm
no,
excited.
they are, but we get anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
Like,
but they don't
I'm
even
You're so
consider that.
routine.
No, listen, I'm super excited to do it because I bought all the best straps, and I bought all the shit for my bikes, and but I'm also, there's the other side of my brain is like, you're gonna fuck this up somehow.
Yeah, but you know what? That other side, I do think that other side comes from. It doesn't come from bodybuilding, because we've all chose bodybuilding because of how we are. There's something in us as people, perhaps I can't speak for everyone, but something in us that has that integrated a little bit into our being.
Because you weigh the risks and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm a bit of an overthinker, and I overthink everything.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
You know what? They know about Paul about saying that about weighing the risks.
Yeah.
We weighed the risks for bodybuilding, and they were very heavy, and we didn't give a fuck.
But we're up. I don't know. But for some reason, everybody's got their draw to it.
Think about the risks that you take when you're bodybuilding, with your health, with relationships, with you may never make any money. You may
these are
we
all
just don't give it. We're like, fuck it, we're doing it anyway.
These are all potential risks that extrapolate over time, can happen over the next decade, 15 years. It's not something that's
immediate. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, the immediacy is what.
Yeah.
If it was immediate, we would be more put off by it. It's just,
drag my bike down the fucking highway tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's where my brain goes.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it's been a good conversation, actually.
Paul, are you going to take a week off and come with us?
I can't right now, Fouad. You know, I don't ever go. I gotta go to work for a while.
Well, you got to go.
I just took a month off.
Really have to go to work.
I'm never going to work. I better go back.
I guess I don't have to, but I need the paycheck.
My tax dollars pay your salary. I say you get the week off.
Oh, you are my boss in a way.
We'll write a letter to your boss.
Well, 'cause I got time off for Olympia. I just took a month off.
Go away for the Olympia too.
Yeah, I got to work during November. Sorry, I'd love
Justin,
to go.
You're at the Olympia as well, Jay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's coming to the booth.
Yeah,
I'm looking.
Because I haven't really spoke to you, Wiz, all about your what you're doing. So.
Are you going to be free from obligation on Monday, James?
Yeah. Monday I'm free. I don't fly till the evening, I don't think. So.
All right, let's try and plan something for Monday morning, maybe.
I'd love to catch up with you lot.
That'd be
Monday,
nice.
sure.
Yeah, I would love to have breakfast with James.
That would be cool.
You could
like I say, I'm going into the show really just happy to even be there. Like, and I'm not saying that means I won't try hard. Of course I will. Yeah. But I know that there's not really anything that weekend that will not make me happy to be there. So I'm just in a good spirit.
Good.
That makes sense.
Maybe in person you'll be able to understand James better.
I understood you perfectly today, James.
Oh, good. I made
it's the sunglasses.
He talks slower.
You weren't that. Eyes.
It's the
I appreciate you.
Crazy eyes weren't on display.
All right, boys. I love you. Thank you, man. Today was really good.
I love you guys.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
We'll talk to you guys very soon.
Yep.
Yeah. All right,
Hey,
guys.
boys.
All right, gents.
You take care.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.